They were cooking us in the.
We are live.
Yeah,
Would you like?
I am tripping. For some reason, and it was holiday season, so
They don't even show you live.
What?
Yeah, it does.
Live?
Oh, there you go. It's just it. It is just
holiday season happens. I said holiday seasons happened, and I was just distracted with my family and everything. And I meant to say he got outdueled by Baker Mayfield. But for some reason I said Joe Flacco. I mean, it just happens, bro. It's just, I apologize. The title of the video is very old, but I did want to talk about how the man, the myth, the legend, the Peyton Manning comer up is getting outdueled by Baker Mayfield and even Joe Flacco, because we didn't even touch on that too much. So I don't know. This doesn't seem like a generational talent to me. If you got other players who are supposed to be worse than him, far worse than him, outdueling him in games.
Oh, you know what it is, bro.
Hey, you know what?
It's called the G baby curse. We talking about the J Rob curse. The G baby curse in right effect with this. He said Calvin Ridley was better than CD.
Trash.
He said Trevor Lawrence is better than all these guys and this and that. He about to take this leap. Like it's just that's what happens when you just curse people, bro.
I have a question for G
So
baby.
can I have one little plea? Just one little plea.
One little plea. I don't want to hear nothing from you, sir.
The only one little plea I do want to have. I don't think Doug Peterson, as much as I want to believe he has, I don't think he's calling the plays. And I think that matters just a little bit.
Brother.
Just a little bit.
Brother.
Come on, you actually know what it is? Doug Peterson is redundant. And that is the issue with Doug Peterson, though. He is actually very redundant. Because after the 2017 year, the next season, I mean, the league just caught on to what we were doing, and he didn't really make too many crazy adjustments. I think he's good for to surprise everyone with what he's about to do, but I just think he's redundant. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, but even with all that, I did curse him, and I want to apologize for that because I'm not gonna lie. It's because I remember I got so much heat last year, right? And I think what happened was, for those of you that were there in the Discord, that first half, y'all were on my head. Y'all were on my head for all them turnovers.
For good reason.
The first couple of turnovers, I was like, bro, that's not even on T-Law. But then the third pick came, and then the fourth pick came. I'm like, bro, no way you about to make me look like this. And then I was like, they scored that last touchdown before the end of the half. I'm like, okay, maybe that's. And then when he came back, I was lit. I was hyped, and he played good against the Chiefs, which is why, you know what, I thought, well, that you guys are going to take that momentum with Calvin Ridley coming there. It can only help, right? And
you would assume.
I would assume. And then I just come to realize that I cursed him. I think at the end of the day,
everything I say comes to fruition, G baby. Everything. I told y'all about Calvin. That y'all was too high on him. Trevor Lawrence. Who is this guy? He not even look like a top 10 quarterback right now. Dak's not better than him. Is he top 15? Is he better than Russell Wilson? Let's get down to the facts, G baby.
Yeah. So
is he? I don't know.
So if I'm gonna answer that question,
Russell Wilson got benched, but he got benched because they just gonna save him
because of money. Yeah. And we'll get on to that later. He got benched because of money.
But let's be real, G baby. Is he even better than him? Because Russell Wilson, in a terrible scenario that he has right now, with just a guy receiver in Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton's not bad. I'm not going to crap on him. Not that great of offensive line. He's still looking better than what this guy is doing. And this is supposed to be a generational talent? I don't know.
So what I'm going to say is that T-Law, and I get he's going to get a lot of heat because I hyped him up. I'm the leader of this generational talent. Generational talent is a thing on here because of me. So I understand because I bigged him up so high. When he hasn't done what I thought, we're going to knock him down hella low. I understand it. I'm not going to knock him that far down now. Will I say that he's probably – because I don't want to move it off of 1 year just yet because quarterback play has been down all across the board. And a lot of backups have been coming in and actually showing like, hey, some more quality. I think it's been that kind of year. So I'm gonna wait. I'm still gonna like hold off one more year, but I am willing to say that I was early to the party, and I thought the party had already started, and clearly I was about a year early. So I'm early to the party. I hyped him up too soon. Hyped up Calvin Ridley too soon. Clearly they're missing Christian Kirk. Clearly they miss that man a lot.
He's their best receiver.
He might be.
He might be.
But that's just Christian Kirk is. That's just
Trent, you know it too, Trent. He's their best receiver.
Trent,
hey, that's just because Christian Kirk is that good. That's a top 20 receiver right there.
Is Christian Kirk just Jerry Judy right now?
What?
No,
It's Calvin Ridley. My bad. It's Calvin Ridley.
No, G-Baby. No damn top 20 receiver?
Why not?
I don't know how you can fit him in the top 20. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
can't fit him in the top 20.
There's a lot of players.
There's just too
I
many.
mean, there are a lot of receivers.
Is Christian Kirk better than Zay Flowers?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
I
Doug.
think so. Yes.
That's
Hey,
close.
Doug.
Is he better than Tank?
That's close.
Is he better than Jordan Addison?
no.
No.
It's because
No.
Jordan Addison don't get the.
And he for damn sure better than
turn to
Puka.
start the year, but yeah.
Hey, I got to get something off my chest.
What's your
What's up,
chest?
Cruiser?
Let
Hey,
me see
listen,
your chest.
bro. Listen, I got something on my mind. I've been hearing the bull crap in chats. I've been hearing the bull crap and from some of my guys from college. I've been hearing the bull crap all over the internet. Lamar Jackson ain't no goddamn MVP, man. Stop it. Cut it out, bro. We just giving out MVP awards these days. It's
Shut
ridiculous, bro. CMC or Tyreek Hill need to win MVP this year. Not no damn quarterback. They trying to anybody up there because they talk about record. Come on, man. That man is.
Wait, okay, so Cruiser.
Let finish. It's spit right now.
7 point goddamn 2 yards of goddamn throw. The defense give you 4 goddamn picks. You throw to a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone, and they talk about he throwing the ball. His pockets awareness they got a little bit better. But let's cut it out. The man got a top goddamn 2 defense. Let's cut it out.
Is this real life?
All year long, basic. They don't make throws on time when you're gonna need to make throws in the NFL. On time and stop breaking down plays. Let's cut it out. He's not no MVP. That's all I'm saying. He ain't
So,
even
Cruiser, can I
half
ask you a question?
of what he did his MVP season. Not even half of what he did his MVP season.
That's a
all
fact.
I'm
So,
saying.
Cruiser, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Because when you said CMC or Tyreek, I think if Tyreek wouldn't have missed the game, he was my MVP. But let me ask you. Let me just ask you a question.
I don't care about the missed game either. I'm not gonna lie.
I hear you, Doug. But Cruiser, out of all the
Smash him at
quarterbacks,
McDonald's.
out of all the quarterback play that we've seen across the league this year, can you not say that Lamar has pretty much been the most consistent, other than maybe Dak and CJ Stroud? Like,
wait. G baby. Now, if we talk about quarterback, if we gonna be real and take our biases out the way, Dak Prescott need to be the MVP then, or Josh Allen. If we talk about numbers,
wait. No. I'm not talking about numbers. I'm talking about
Has Tua not been consistent as well?
I'm not talking about numbers. I'm just talking about overall consistency. And the reason why Dak, I think he was in the conversation, but I think he just lost it. These past 2 weeks, I think he just
that Bills game was rough.
Yeah,
we
Bills game that was tough.
Hold
up. And then you talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen, they're rolling right now. They're on a surge. Let's not forget, Josh Allen was struggling a lot in the first 10 games. A lot. He would play great one game and then trash the next. He was up and down. And that's
Was he cooking against the Chargers either? Was he cooking against the Chargers either?
Now look, when I say this, y'all, I don't want nobody to think. Now listen, my prediction. I don't know if I said it in the chat, but I've said this over. I think the Ravens going to the Super Bowl this year. So this ain't got nothing to do with no Lamar. I'm just talking about MVP wise. They just trying to give it to a quarterback. And what I
agree with that, Cruiser.
The quarterback situation is so bad this year that we just gonna give a quarterback the position just because if this the year, we can give it to a running back or the receiver, bro. That's all I'm saying. I think Lamar
I agree with
the Super
that.
Bowl.
Me personally,
I think Lamar going to the Super Bowl because can we be honest? if this is the year that he's going to the Super Bowl, because the AFC is mid this year. It's not really that good.
No, it's not
Listen,
mid.
I don't. It's not
mid.
mid. The Chiefs just
No,
are
okay,
the
look,
Chiefs.
look.
Wait. And I'm telling you right now, this is my prediction. I'm saying it right here. What's today's date? December 27, 2023. I'm saying it right now. The Ravens going to the Super Bowl. The 49ers going to the Super Bowl. And the 49ers going to beat the brakes off the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so Cruiser.
I would like to say this.
Hey, but Cruiser,
I would like to say this.
That's what you just said. I'm sorry, no, real quick. I'm just two things that you said, and then W got it. First off, as far as the AFC being mid, no, it's not mid. We've seen a lot of injury. Look, I don't think you can call it mid if you see a lot of teams that lose their starting quarterback. Sometimes go to their third string. No, but no, listen. No, Cruiser, listen. No, Cruiser, listen. We've seen these guys lose their quarterback, but then they still play good. There's a lot of quality teams. I mean, there's a point where I think at one point we had 7 teams with the same record. See, 5 through 11 all had the same record at one point.
Hey,
but the team construct, you're looking at quarterback and calling it mid. You're saying, oh, we lost quarterbacks because it's mid. No, there's still good teams out here. The Browns are a good team. The Colts are a good team. Texans are a good team. They just missed their quarterback. That doesn't make it mid, though, because as you've seen,
Parity doesn't equal mid.
Joe Flacco off the street and having it lost.
And I agree with
6.
you.
That's not mid.
Jake Browning.
Playoff Joe scary. I've been saying that, right? But this
but that doesn't make it mid, Cruiser.
This is what I'm saying.
Me personally, bro, if we talking about MVP, bro, Bills went out. That's Josh Allen's MVP.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm in because no, Cruiser. Just think about this. Okay, just think about this. The brother already got 40 total touchdowns.
Yes.
He's accounted for almost 85% of the team's touchdowns. Compared to Lamar, his shit is like 52. Now I understand, of course, defense but I'm saying what Josh Allen is doing, even though they've had a lot of L's, because if they went out, they would beat y'all and they'd be the number 2 seed. And if you look at Josh Allen's stats, that shit is crazy. His stats is crazy. And we're talking about MVP.
The Dolphins beat the Ravens,
and that shit clear any quarterback that's in the MVP race right now.
That
shit clear any quarterback in the MVP race.
Hey,
so you have the stats.
The fact that Lamar, the fact that
MVP.
Lamar is just automatically getting the MVP favor nod is stupid to me, because Josh Allen, this guy's having 3,700 yards, 400 yards on the ground. So he has 4,100 yards combined. TDs. He has 13 rushing TDs with 27 TDs.
He might break Jalen Hurts' new record.
40, bro, yeah. He got 40 touchdowns. He got 4. That's crazy. He got 40 TDs. That's disgusting. He has 40 TDs already.
Is it not?
He has stop. He has 40. Stop. He has 40 TDs already, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in my head, especially if they went out. Now I think they are going to lose to the Dolphins, but the main person that does deserve this award over anyone, if we're going to go off of their narrative of winning and statistics and everything, it's got to be Josh Allen. It's got to be. I don't know who. I don't know who has a bigger case. But me personally, this is where I agree with Cruiser. This is where I agree with Cruiser. There is no way that you're not going to convince me. There's no way that you're going to convince me that MVP does not deserves to go to anyone else besides Tyreek Hill. There's no way. There's no way.
With that, I agree. If I think the MVP should not go to a quarterback this year, I am not disagreeing with any of that. But if we're living in Bizarro land, let's just say they're holding a gun to our head. Hey, it's got to go to a quarterback. I'm sorry, but I think we are forgetting about the first 10 games of the season, first 11 games of the season, where Josh Allen would have a great game. It's a roller coaster. He was the roller coaster. Now, even now that they're on a roll, I think they're on a 3-game or a 4-game win, one of the two. Shout out to them. But even with all that, if we look at the totality of the year, the reason I can't give it to Josh Allen, you're right, Trent. 85% touchdowns of the team's touchdowns. The 27.
But that's every quarterback this year has been up and down, though.
No,
like you're giving him a flaw, something that everyone falls under, bro.
That's my point. Because of that, I feel like Lamar has been the most consistent quarterback out of all of them. He's been of course he's had a bad game. His roller coasters like this, whereas Josh Allen's been like this. That's why I feel like Lamar has been the most consistent.
The difference between Lamar and Josh Allen this year. Lamar Jackson has been, so look at it like levels, right? Josh Allen, I think this year, and I'm going mainly off of statistics here because I don't want to say here, but the MVP award is something based on statistics as well. Josh Allen's like, he has his, let's say Lamar and Josh Allen, they're mediums here. I've seen way more of Josh Allen playing on this level than Lamar Jackson. Now, they're both been up, but Lamar Jackson has been, wait, let me finish. Lamar Jackson has been at a consistent medium for like the good portion of the season. But if a guy has more game, even though it's a bit more inconsistent, if a guy has more games playing at this level, Lamar Jackson, I'm willing to deal with those inconsistencies and give him.
And I would feel you on that if Josh Allen, with that same logic, I would feel you on that if Josh Allen didn't also have more of these.
He don't have a lot of those. I don't have a lot of those.
He's got more. I think he's got good enough. We can go back and look at him.
If you're gonna sit here and call some of Lamar Jackson's game mediums, a lot of Josh Allen's that you're gonna probably say bad games are Lamar Jackson mediums. If I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so let's so obviously Josh Allen versus the Jets week 1. Bad. We know what that was, right?
God awful.
Bad, right? Okay. How do you feel he was against the Jaguars in London?
Jaguars in London?
He was bad.
He was cool.
That was like a medium. That's a medium.
Okay, medium. Giants.
I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was bad.
That's fine. Giants.
He won good.
Giants.
No, that was bad. That was bad. The Giants should have won that game.
But what about Lamar against the Titans?
I was gonna get to Lamar.
Yeah, we'll get to Lamar.
I was just going through. Yeah, that's why. Like, look, I just feel like I'm with you on Josh Allen's like the up trajectory. I'm with you on that. He's definitely had more. Oh my gosh, spectacular performances than Lamar. No questions asked. And I think, honestly, if we keep it a buck, I think if CJ Stroud didn't get that concussion, and then he didn't have that game where tanking on dudes was hurt against the Jets. I think if CJ Stroud was still playing right now, even if he just had Nico, I think he'd be the one in the conversation because they have the same record. I don't think the Texans have lost since he's been out. They have the same record.
They got cooked by the Browns.
Oh, yeah, I did forget about that. That might change if CJ Stroud is playing.
Tegan, what was you about to say? Because I know you had your
I just wanted to ask G because I remember all offseason when we were talking about T-Law, you were the big proponent on saying it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you've been talking about the whole season, and you have to take in the whole season. But when we were ranking T-Law, you only counted the last 8 games.
So yes, I did say I'm still a proponent. It's about it.
Flag on the play.
That's crazy.
No cap.
W plug. I am a proponent. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. But when we're talking about MVP, you can't just look at the second half. When I was using that with When I was using that with T-Law, was there a little bias in there? Of course there was. But we're talking about an MVP award that always takes in the whole season. Now, Josh Allen is in that convo because they're searching. But let's be real. When they were 5-5 or 5-6, we wasn't having this conversation.
Of course
and
not.
We knew they were about to go through a gauntlet. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's in it. But if I'm looking at this up and down compared to a guy who's more like this, where he stayed consistent. And again, and I've always said, and this is where I have been truly consistent, 9 times out of 10, when they're looking at these MVP awards, unless you have an anomaly, they're gonna look at, okay, where's your seat, your seating and your ranking in your conference.
Come on. Wait, time out.
That's the part I'm agreeing.
That's the problem, though, Dub.
Okay, but here's my thing, though. This is what I was saying.
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
The MVP award mainly is stats and record. And if the Bills win out, and if you compare, or even in both teams went out, it would kind of lean towards Josh Allen because even though probably they would be the 1 seed and the Bills would be the 2, Josh stats basically clear Lamar. Like, and it's not close. Like Lamar this year.
Point, do you go with
Lamar this year has 24 total touchdowns
consistent all year?
But that's the thing with Lamar. Lamar's been inconsistent too. You have the Browns game, you have the Pittsburgh game, you have the Chargers game, you had the Jaguars game. Like, there's been games where he wasn't playing that great. The Titans game, I don't think it was that great either. So let's not act as if Lamar don't got woes in the middle of the season
I didn't
as well.
say he didn't. I said he was more consistent than Josh.
Okay, so
Josh,
I just gave you 4. I named you 4 to 5 games, right?
We went through the same thing with Josh Allen. That's why.
Okay, so that's the thing. It's the same amount. It's around the same amount. What are we talking
you really
about?
don't think if the Bills win out, Josh Allen's not winning MVP? Because he'll probably finish out the year. Because he'll probably finish the year with 47 total.
If they get the,
he can potentially break Jalen Hurts' record.
That changes things though. If they get the 2 seed. That's a completely different ball game because they be in the top of their conference, and if they get the 2 seed, they have to win 11 games. They can't lose a game to get the 2 seed because then Miami would have the game above them. So they can't lose.
If the Dolphins win this week, they win the AFC East.
Hey, you know why Josh always on a roller coaster, y'all? You want to know why? Because he always going up so goddamn high that he got to come back down and put more people on the goddamn train because he carrying their ass. That's why.
But Lamar's carrying too.
Yeah, Lamar carried too, but yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah, I was about to say, we can't use the argument.
We know they carry Josh.
No, but Lamar, they're both doing a carry job. But the point that I disagree with, Josh Allen's woes, there's just as much as Lamar Jackson's woes this season. So it doesn't matter to me like that.
I guess it's the level of the. I think it's the level. I think it's the level of how bad the woes are.
Yeah.
So wait, question. So what you're telling me?
Josh Allen's highs are higher than Lamar. His lows are way lower.
So what you're telling me? That's fine. But what you're telling me is we can acknowledge the woes, but not the highs. I think it evens out.
But Dub, I am acknowledging the highs. But I said if they get 11 wins and end up being the 2 seed, that changes everything. They wouldn't be they play in the wild card, but they'd be a division winner, the top 2 team in their conference. That's completely changing things. Hey, but I can't give them the MVP. Because we're speaking this right now. Because of how this race has been, this is literally a week-to-week award. We don't know what's going to happen in these next 2 weeks.
True.
But that's why I said the Bills can't lose games. If they lose, that's done because they're not winning the division.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Outside of Dallas, Eagles been reeling a little bit, Dub. Sorry. San Fran, and then on the AFC side, we know the Browns can be dangerous. Buffalo, they up and down. But really, who do y'all really see in the AFC beating the Ravens? Really thinking y'all mind.
I'll put it like this, Cruiser.
And I'm
not saying they will beat them, but it's for sure a 50-50 game. The Ravens match up with the Bills first round.
Not gonna lie, that would definitely be a 50.
Nobody wants to see the big. As a first rounder, I don't think a lot of people.
Ravens would have a bye.
You said what?
Ravens have a bye.
Oh yeah, they would have
the Bills. The Bills or the Dolphins can beat them.
I'm not gonna lie, but we could have said the same thing in back in 2019 or 2020 when we expected the Ravens to move forward. They were still a really good team.
Well, there's a little bit of it. In 2019, though, there was a couple teams. We didn't think they was going to lose.
No one thought the Titans were going to go that far.
Nobody thought it was going to be the Titans. But
no one expected it. No one expected it. We can't just act like the Ravens.
And I'm going to still just say the Chiefs because I'm not going to bet against Patrick Mahomes. So
because the Ravens' offense gets stagnant.
That's my point. The Ravens have looked good before and then get shocked. Not to mention, we've seen before Harbaugh kind of has a tendency to blow leads. When things get tough, there's been moments this year. I think of the Colts game specifically. There's been some really bad moments.
Hey, I give you
last year, all of their losses before Lamar got hurt were blown leads.
Hey, T. Another thing too. Now, the only way I can see, just me, I could be wrong. The only way I see a team, the path to beating the Ravens, to me, you got to jump out on them. If you keep it close where they can run the ball, you got to force the Ravens to have to drop back and throw that money.
Yep.
That's the only way.
I think as long as you keep it within striking distance, that's the biggest thing with the Ravens.
You got to jump out on the Ravens, bro. If you let them keep it close, they're going to manage the ball. Lamar going to get on the leg.
Okay, so then, Cruiser, let me hit you with this then.
Yeah.
What team do you think could do that? Miami is probably the only one.
Bills can do it
The
too.
Browns could do it. I'm not gonna lie.
The Browns.
Nah,
don't
not
have
the Browns.
a
Browns
lead.
could do it. With
I'm
that
not
defense,
believing.
they could do it.
I'm not
Joe
believing in them.
Flacco is throwing the ball 40
Hey,
times
G-Baby.
a game.
Hey,
So,
G-Baby. Hey, G-Baby. When I say that, not G-Baby, I'm not saying like it might not necessarily come from the offense per se. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. Say the opening kickoff, Joker fumble right there. It might be some unforeseen things like some tip balls go your way, pick six, anything like where you jump out. You know what I mean? Like that, it might not always come from the offense. You know how these playoff games.
yeah, but even with the defenses, like, okay, so I'll hear you on Cleveland because we know who they got over there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't believe in Buffalo's defense.
Don't
Get me wrong, the Jags, we not even good. They're pretty much out any type of conversation to win the playoff game right now the way they feel. And then if the playoffs ended today, it would be the Colts as the 7, Cleveland 5, Buffalo 6. So like, you know what I mean? Like that. I'll put it like this: if there's any year we're gonna have an AFC championship without Mahomes, y'all better do it this year.
Facts.
Like if there's ever gonna be a year we don't see Mahomes in the AFC chip, y'all better get it done this year.
Hey, Rice gonna get off next year. He'll be ready next year.
I think Rice is playing fine right now. It's everybody
Well,
else.
I'm saying,
he
though,
just
you
has
know how
rookie
that-
mistakes, but he's playing.
I'm saying no.
Also,
I'm not saying he
Kelsey's
ain't playing good. I'm saying he gonna be right next year. You know what I'm saying? After he got that year, he might be the one that jump out next year. Like, damn, that you know how I go like that rookie year. Then that next year,
Cruiser, can I ask you a question?
yeah,
You think Travis Kelce declining?
decline.
Yes,
You think he declining?
Declining how? Dub?
that's the right
Declining like
question.
what though?
He's lost
He's getting
all his yak.
old.
He's
He's
lost
getting
all his
old.
I
yak.
ain't gonna lie. We always cook quarterbacks, Dub. It's your time, bro. We gotta cook Mahomes. We gotta cook your goat.
No, we're not cooking him.
No, what you mean?
We're not
Hey,
cooking him. Why are we cooking
You
him?
think he declining?
That's a,
Oh,
yes.
No,
I
Travis
think, you know what?
Kelce has
I
to
think
fly.
The
he's
crazy
like
part
he's
is-
going this way. He's going.
Yeah,
this way.
Travis Kelce, he's 34 years old.
He's 34.
He's been on
He's
his-
35.
I think he
Yeah,
retires after this year.
He's been on this level for so long that now you're beginning to see the regress.
okay.
not
You know,
crazy,
personally,
dude.
I don't think he's as like explosive as he used to be. He's not as quick and fast as he used to be. You know, he's just overall slower and a slower specimen than he used to be, you know? So in my head, to me, he's regressing a bit. Now, not to say that he's still not like a dog. Like he's
Yeah.
still a dog completely. But he's just not what he used to be. And it's okay to admit that.
Hey,
You
think
know what I
about it.
think it is? I think this is what I genuinely think. I think the Chiefs, as a whole, but I know we're talking specifically about Trav. I think they won the bowl last year and they're having a hangover. And I think, especially with Trav, you know, he got Taylor Swift in one ear giving them hickeys. They
That's not good. He's been getting hurt. His body's breaking down. He's been getting hurt.
No,
Bro.
no, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. I'm not. That's not the part.
He hasn't been getting hurt for so long now. Now his body's starting to get hurt.
But Doug, it's also, I think, another part of it that I think can be looked at as well.
Don't you dare bring Taylor Swift into this. I don't even like it like that. You're not going to put that on her.
You're the same
he's
one who
getting
brought
hurt.
Giselle into this when Brady
That's
was
different.
Now I can't use Taylor.
You know what? You know what? Mute him. Someone mute him. No, because that's different. Because you had Giselle in a heartbreak. This man, Travis Kelce, getting new pussy. You think he gonna sit here? You think no. When you in the, see, this how I know. This how I know you haven't gotten some new stuff in a long time, right? When you get that new P, you walk a little different. I'm not gonna hold you. When you've been with a chick for a minute and you got some new P, especially some upgraded P, you walk a little different, bro. You got a little chip on your shoulder, bro. Don't act as if Taylor's a hindrance to his performance. If anything, it's supposed to elevate his performance. You had Giselle hindering Tom Brady because she was sleeping with another dude.
Hey, Doug, you know what else happens? Your priorities ain't the same no more. You start worried about what.
Nah, bro, you're full of crap. You're full of crap. No, you're full of crap.
Look at the difference.
You're full of crap.
No, you're full of crap.
He's getting hurt, G baby. He's getting hurt.
Hey, Doug.
He's literally getting hurt, and he's 34.
Hey, Doug.
It's not a coincidence that second.
It's it's more. It's a
So
coincidence.
we can't just say
It's
Travis
more.
Kelce is washed, and that's just it.
He's not
Not yet.
No,
not
he's
yet.
still the best tight end in the league.
Hey,
Is
Doug.
he? Is he?
Hey,
Because
What? What you mean?
Okay, fine.
Kittle's
Top
better.
two. Okay.
Mark
Top two.
Andrews
Okay,
probably
whatever. You said
Well,
who?
not Mark Andrews. Not Mark Andrews. Not yet.
Hey, stop it, bro.
He was pacing to be better this year. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
he wasn't.
Hey,
No,
G
he
baby,
wasn't.
G baby, this
Yeah,
gonna
what's
piss
up,
Dub off.
Yo, chat, let me know when you get some new pee after a minute. You
Yeah,
get
keep
up.
moving.
You don't get down. I don't know what you
I'm
baby talking
going
about.
up. I'm going up. I'm squirming.
We
like
go.
a
We
pig.
all going
Y'all are
up
haters.
to the crib, baby. What are we
Hey,
talking
He
about?
stopped shooting and started snorting.
Oh,
That's
He went from
crazy.
that brown to that white. Hey,
Okay, we are
Hey,
moving
what's next topic?
on.
What's next
What?
topic? What's next topic? What's next
What?
topic?
what?
I don't know if we talked to. I don't know if we said this yet. From
How did we
football
get
breakdown. Yeah, no. From football breakdown, except Lamar Jackson is a far superior rusher. Lamar is playing efficient football and just smacked the Niners on the road. This is a crazy narrative, Ben.
I don't even think he's a far superior.
Far
rusher.
superior is dragging it.
That's dragging him.
He's the better rusher, but
He's the better
they're two-
rusher.
But
You're
Lamar
right.
is more.
QB runner
Okay,
ever.
but Lamar Jackson
Lamar-
is an elusive runner, and Josh
the
Allen
GOAT
is the
runner.
type to run you over.
Nah, Lamar's
Like,
nah.
that's-
Lamar's
That's the GOAT
crazy.
quarterback
He clears
runner.
him. Yeah, he clears him. I'm sorry, he clears him.
Clear who?
I gotta give
Yeah,
gotta
for
give
prodigy,
Lamar
Lamar
credit.
Lamar
yet to be
Jackson
Miami
clears
and
Josh
Tua
Allen as a runner. I'm
as the
sorry, it's
starter.
not even on the same
Oh, he
level.
clear Vic?
How
Y'all
many
say
games
clear
have they
Vic?
played?
He clears both of them.
He cleared Vic. I don't think he cleared
cleared-
Vic. I think he's
he
better.
cleared-
But clear,
Lamar is the best QB
clearing
runner ever.
Vic?
Bro, what are you talking about? Lamar
He's
Jackson's
the best
crazy.
QB runner ever. I'm not
Ever.
thinking
It's not a
twice.
debate. He does everything that Vic did.
Michael
He
Vick.
does better. The only thing Vic I'll say is probably he's like he's probably faster because he's a little bit more like
Yeah,
he
he's
takes
got
off
more
crazy.
aura.
His
Cam
takeoff
Newton
is
is
Vic has
insane.
more aura.
Facts.
He got more.
Vic has more
Hey,
aura.
Vic-
No,
Vic-
y'all are right. Michael Vick. No. Lamar's the best QB runner.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Lamar
Vic's
got
takeoff
better.
speed is insane. His acceleration's OD. I don't give him that. That's insane. But other than that, like as a runner, talking about trucking, we're talking about elusiveness,
No,
we're talking
Lamar's
about
the most
juking.
elusive
Lamar's
quarterback I've
insane.
ever seen.
And then also,
There's
Hey,
someone else
hey,
from-
all I know is if anyone says Lamar doesn't have good pocket awareness, pocket presence, they
He
do
got better.
not know
They're
what they're
lying.
doing.
this year.
They're
He got
lying.
better
They're
this year.
lying. They're
Yeah,
lying.
this year it's definitely got better. But also
Yeah,
too,
he
this
got
was from
better.
before this. This was from before the show started. From MC Robinson, can Joe Flacco pull an Eli Manning and Nick Foles taking the Browns to a Super Bowl? And who do you have coming out the AFC South? I got the Texans.
If he do that,
Now
Hey.
CJ Stroud don't play.
I will say this.
He do
brother's
that?
a Hall of
MC,
Famer.
MC, this is the year for that to happen in the AFC.
Bro, if he do
If
that,
Joe
bro,
Flacco, if Joe Flacco does that,
He's going to the
if Joe Flacco goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl on this Browns team,
he the
I don't care what anyone says. That is the greatest playoff performer I've ever seen. I don't care. That's the greatest playoff performer I've ever seen in my life.
No, think about
That's
it.
insane.
The 2012 run was immaculate. And this man, G baby, was literally sitting on a couch a month ago. A month ago.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Torture.
He's doing this with no Nick Chubb.
Hey,
No
Nick,
Nick Chubb.
No Nick Chubb.
I told
Nick,
you if y'all put Ernest Johnson back there, it'll be the same thing.
Stop it!
Okay.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop
What
it!
do y'all mean?
Stop it!
What do y'all mean? He's assistant running back, bro. I kept
No,
telling
because
y'all this.
Jerome Ford is not doing near what Nick Chubb is doing.
If Ernest Johnson was in there, I promise you, if Ernest Johnson
can't
was in
lie.
there, the same thing would have been happening.
Yo,
The same
That's
thing, I
so
promise
that's,
you.
yo, Pagan, that's a crazy comment, but we'll continue.
Hey, Nick,
Yo.
guess what, too, Nick? Know what they forgot, too? Hey, G, baby. Bro, technically, bro, he would have beat Brady, Peyton Manning, and Brady back-to-back 3 times in a row. Because know what? Lee Evans dropped that goddamn touchdown pass in the corner
in the end zone.
Dead
Yeah.
yeah. That's dang.
Wait, wasn't there a year that what's his name? Justin Tucker missed a field goal?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Was that the
I
last
think
time
it
he
was
played?
Yeah, I think so.
That won a playoff game,
Lost to
wasn't
Brady.
it? That won a
Yeah,
playoff
no, I
game.
think
I
it
remember they
was.
lost.
Let me
They
look
lost
it
by
up.
like 3. Let me check.
Chat would know.
Hey, that Lee Evans touchdown would have been a walk-off, wouldn't it? Lee Evans touchdown would have been
Yeah,
a
I think.
walk-off.
I don't know if it would have been a walk-off, but it
He hit
definitely
him
would have
dead
gave him the
again.
lead.
He dropped it. It was like 30-some seconds left. I knew it was close.
Oh yeah.
This man, Joe Flacco, bro. I love stories like this, bro.
I'll put it like
That
this:
guy's
if
insane.
Eli is in the Hall of Fame because he beat Brady twice, let Joe Flacco get another win. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, Hall of Fame. Hall
Come
of
on,
Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Come on,
Hall
bro.
of Famer. He
If
deserves
he, if
it.
he
What about
wins a
AFC
ring,
Championship?
And get
if
this,
he-
G baby. This is the kicker.
he beat
Listen,
on the way
hold-
there though.
No, this is the kicker right here. The Browns wasted all that money on Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
I keep telling y'all stop paying these quarterbacks, bro. You got Deshaun Watson getting all that bread, and Joe Flacco getting outperformed by Joe Flacco.
And you know what's crazy? Joe Flacco gonna win if let's say they do win, they go on a crazy run. He's gonna retire. And they're stuck with that contract. He's gonna be stuck with that contract.
If I'm Joe Flacco, I'm not coming back. I'm good, bro.
No, I'm good.
I'll get the check. I'll get the bag. I'll get the bag.
Yeah,
if I was Joe Flacco, I would have retired after the first Super Bowl run. I'm like, shoot, I'm going out.
No, the Ravens gave him that massive contract.
Oh,
he
with
was
the whole debate on whether he was elite or not.
I think he was the highest paid quarterback.
See, this is why y'all got. This is why y'all got.
Yes, Joe Flacco was with the Jets.
This is why y'all got to look at intangibles, bro. The intangibles of Joe Flacco, the leader that he is, the guy he just knows how to galvanize the troops to deliver wins, to perform at a high level. Guys. This is something you can't teach, G baby. You can't teach that. You can't teach intangibles like this to galvanize the troops.
You can't.
The team being hurt.
You can't teach someone getting up off the couch and going out in NFL games and throwing for 350 yards,
dropping dimes, outdoing all of these younger quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence.
Hey,
Flacco just got nothing to lose.
Can we say
keep going?
You know how you got
playoff? Keep going.
Clay, can we call it a legit? You know how you got playoff Rondo? Can it be a legit
playoff Flacco?
1,000%. That's been a thing.
It's been that.
Yeah, that's been a thing. Playoff Flacco.
I'm just saying that's something you can't teach, G baby. We got to start looking at these intangibles. I'm with J-Rob. You got to start looking at these intangibles because there's psychology that goes to the sport of football and basketball. You feel me? There's some level of psychology that goes intertwines with all of this. And at the end of the day, aura, the it factor. Joe Flacco got it. He got it.
Let me hit y'all with this.
Don't got it? Trevor Lawrence. What he got?
Name me one time he got someone.
He got Travis Etienne. He got Travis Etienne, but he don't got it.
When he came back 27-0, that's what he
got. Travis Etienne's back.
I got a question, Dub. Does Justin Herbert have aura?
No. He's all that talent, but he don't have the it factor. It matters.
I think Jalen Hurts wants to have aura.
Joe Burrow? Jalen Hurts does have aura. He just be doing some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie.
Real quick. Wait, breaking news. Broncos are dead expecting to cut Russ.
Yes, I just got it.
Oh yeah. They're gonna trade that contract. They can't trade that contract.
They should cut him. They should cut him.
That is the worst contract ever.
Hey, guess who won the trade?
Daniel Jones signed for $82 million.
Nah,
that's
got way more Daniel Jones.
That's an all-time trade fleece, Tegan. All-time trade fleece.
Yeah, that is a crazy trade fleece.
What they owe like 80-something million? They
guaranteed. No, all of it.
80?
No,
it was 4 years. Yes, 80 more, G baby, because it was 4 years, 160. Now it's only been 2 years.
No, but I'm saying.
Damn, they're about to cut Russell Wilson.
No, them
after the
worst
second
contract.
year.
Guys,
it is the worst contract.
Yes. Saves money.
Right there.
The Broncos are saving money by cutting him.
Yeah, I know.
That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, because he did not live up to the potential of that contract.
Is JJ McCarthy going to be their
I guarantee you, if he was on like a Mahomes level or even the Josh Allen level, they would have been fine with that contract. But at the end of the day, he's not performing to make that contract. That's one of the worst contract signings that has ever had in the history of the sport. And they have to cut him. And it's not the fact that he's trash, but he's not playing on the level in which they're paying him for. So you got to take that loss. I'm not going to lie. I support that decision. I think it's the right decision that they need to make right there. You cut his ass and look to build into your future. Because all these Super Bowl aspirations you had 2 years ago, it's not here no more. You don't have it. Let's ride.
Hey, is he as much of
Let's
a
die.
in the Hall of Fame as people say?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Matthew Stafford's more of a Hall of Famer than Russell Wilson.
Dang.
Russell Wilson.
I mean, if we just the Hall of Fame is off stats.
So real quick,
he has a ring and he has the stats
and a ring.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson has $37 million that becomes guaranteed if he can't pass a physical in the offseason. They're going to try to get out of it. That's why they cut him, so they can get out of that contract, so they don't have to pay him that $37 million. That's why they're doing it. So they're basically, they had to eat that contract, but they're not paying him the 30.
Russ about to go on welfare, man.
Season.
Man, Russ
losing all that bread.
Man, I'm going overseas. Y'all send me my money.
Some team will pick him up.
I literally just said he's not getting that money.
The Saints.
No.
Oh, what?
No.
The Saints already said they're interested.
Tegan.
The Saints already reported they're interested.
They are.
I don't think that came from the Saints. I don't think that came from the Saints.
And so did New York. The Giants.
Yeah, any team that needs a quarterback, they're going to say
Giants?
people are interested, bro. Ain't nobody. No.
I was about to say the Raiders should go after Russ.
Raiders
Nobody should go after us.
Why not?
Nobody
He's still a
should
good
go
quarterback. You know who should? The Giants.
The Falcons.
The
The Giants don't start black quarterbacks though unless they have to. So they're not going to sign it.
Damn.
The Falcons, bro.
Is that true?
Cruiser,
Falcons.
you know Tyrod Taylor is the first black quarterback to start for the New York Giants ever?
They better with Tyrod Taylor.
No, but that's not the point. The point is they don't
Cruiser,
You didn't even listen to what
I
you said.
I agree with G-Baby.
Wait, can we talk about that game though?
You talking about the Giants? No, I don't want to.
We can talk about the refs cheating.
Referees, y'all paid them refs crazy. Boy.
Yeah, we can talk about the
Bro,
refs cheating.
Watching that game, bro, I'm sitting here like,
Because when they scored, bro, and he was like, yeah, they about to blow them out. I'm like, yeah, you right. Bro, I'm playing the game. I turn the game back on. I see Dory Jackson get a pick 6.
Bro. And that's why I said Jalen Hurts got aura. That's why I say Jalen Hurts got that it factor. He got aura. Oh, man, that man be doing some dumb shit.
He be doing a one-score game versus the Giants.
Bro, he be doing some nonsense, bro. I don't know what the hell he be thinking about,
so let me ask you this, let me ask you this. Like, no trolling. Do you think y'all are looking more like first-round exits? Because I was thinking y'all conference championship lock. Like, I'm thinking y'all like a lock. It's going to be y'all and the 49ers again. So do you think it's more looking like that y'all might be first-round exits more than in the conference championship?
I don't think we lose them in the first round. But second round, probably.
No. This is gonna happen.
What team, Dub? Hold on. What team is Dub afraid of in the first round? Like, what team don't?
At this point in time, anybody.
You not afraid of the Rams, Dub?
I just said at this point in time, anybody.
Stafford on that secondary.
We're in a bad spot.
Well, I mean, actually, the Eagles did shut them down when they first played.
Yeah, but that was like Cooper Kupp's like first game back, right?
Yeah,
the Seahawks. All right.
I'm looking at the standings right now, so they're not going to be.
And they weren't utilizing Kyron Williams the way that they're utilizing him now.
No, wait, hold up, Dub.
No. What did you say? You're not getting away with that.
No, you're not getting away with that one, Dub.
You told us the only reason Kyron Williams
with new evidence, I am here to change my opinion. At the point in time which I made that take, that's what it was. But ever since I said that, I don't know. Maybe they were watching the show. They said, "Nah, Dub, shut the fuck up. We're gonna sit here and just run the ball 20 times to 18 times a game, every single game." And I'm just watching it like, yeah, they're spamming this dude crazy right now. They weren't doing this. They weren't doing that all year. I promise you, they were not doing that all year. They just started doing that as soon as I made that take.
Well, he missed some games.
Even in games he was playing, they weren't spamming him like this, bro. They just wasn't. Now they're spamming the hell out of him. I'm just like,
I'm looking at the standings, so the Eagles can't be any lower than 4. I mean, any lower than 3. So let's just say worst case they get to 3. They most likely have to play the Rams. If y'all get to 2, I'm not gonna lie, y'all are gonna beat whether it's Seattle, Minnesota, Atlanta, Green Bay, New Orleans.
When was the last
you guys are beating one of those 7 seeds.
When was the last time
you guys are beating one of those 7 seeds?
You said what?
When was the last time G-Baby, you believe in superstitions. When was the last time the Eagles beating the Seahawks?
I don't
care. Never beaten Pete Carroll. They've never beaten Pete Carroll though. The QB was.
Hey, you know what? You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy?
Drew Lock. It don't matter. It don't matter.
You know what's so crazy?
Drew Lock.
You know what's so crazy? I don't care. I'm not trusting Gino or Drew Lock to come through in the playoffs.
You got the QB whisper.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The QB whispering in the playoffs.
I'm not gonna lie. The Eagles at this point in time. I don't know, bro. That 3-game losing streak hurt us, bro. Those were all bad losses in this game we just had here. I don't know.
Y'all gonna win,
but the Eagles still gonna make it. Eagles still gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Y'all gonna beat Dallas this Saturday?
No.
Why? Y'all ain't gonna run it down their throat?
No, they're gonna win.
Dallas?
Wait, who?
Dallas needs this win.
Who, Miami?
Is it at home or away?
Y'all beat. I thought y'all just beat Dallas. What the hell are you talking
They
about?
play Dallas
the
Saturday.
Lions.
The Lions play Dallas Saturday.
Oh, you're a Lions fan now?
Because Aiden Hutchinson is on the team and he's a Michigan fan at heart.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, shout out to Dan Campbell, bro.
Hey, check this out. I'm a
They
Bucks
just
fan.
won
I'm
two
going
Vikings,
for
man.
the first round.
He said what?
No, they're. Oh my God! I'm
Wait,
sorry.
what did he
I'm sorry.
say? What?
Trent, stop
Bucks fan
saying
going
that, bro.
for the
Because
first
this is
round.
the difference between that team and this team, bro. You keep wanting to say the other 2022 Vikings. No, the difference was the 2022 Vikings. They did an anomaly thing that literally the year before, it was literally 2 years of
Bro,
anomaly.
they just won and
They
done.
did-
They
No,
not done.
listen. 2 years ago, they lost pretty much every one possession game. OD anomaly. Then the following year, they went undefeated in one possession games. Anomaly year. Like that's OD crazy. This
They're
team,
one and
bro,
done. They're
yes.
not. They're like one and done. 2 and done. No, they're literally
Bro,
one and
what do
done.
you?
So hold on. If they
Okay,
if
so
the Lions
wait,
hold on. If the Lions
wait, hold up, Dawson. Trent, this Lions team right now, I believe they are a 3 seed, so that they can easily make it to the division round. That's the max. Nobody sees the Lions making it past the second round. How are they the Vikings? That makes no sense to me because nobody believed in the Vikings for different reasons than people don't believe in the
G-Baby,
Lions.
did you
The
not?
reason people don't believe in the reason people don't believe in the Lions to make it to like a conference championship is because the 49ers and what we thought the Eagles were just much better teams. Nobody believed in the Vikings because we thought they were lucky all year, bro. That's
Yo,
two
Tegan,
different
Tegan,
reasons
Tegan,
people didn't
Tegan.
believe in them.
Tegan, am I fucking
Lucky, oh, yeah.
am I fucking tripping? Like we niggas was not saying that the Lions are not like almost damn near in the same tier with these teams that we were talking about.
Nobody was
yeah.
Okay, wait.
I'm not gonna
He
lie.
used one of them.
That was like J Rob and them.
I
That was like
know.
J-Rob.
I
I don't
always
think
said
we.
the
I don't think
Lions-
we set that up here. I don't think
No,
anyone
because
said
all
that.
I ever said about the Lions, they're a second round exit. Because I don't think and this is around the time when I thought the Eagles and 49ers were pretty much a lock. I was like, I don't think they're beating the Eagles or the Niners. They'll lose in the second round. I don't understand.
Well,
that.
let me
That's
rephrase. They just
overrated.
the
fraud.
Lions
They
are
just
winning
fraud.
one playoff game.
Detroit just frauds.
I think they do.
How are they
But why
frauds,
is that
though? How are
crazy
they
to say
frauds?
the Lions?
Wait.
Why is that
Why is
crazy to say the
Detroit? Why is
Lions don't win
Detroit
a playoff
frauds?
game?
Wait,
Are
why
the
is
Cowboys frauds, Trent?
You said, oh yeah.
How are the Lions frauds?
why are Detroit frauds when everyone thinks that they're going to lose to the teams that like the Eagles and the 49ers? They don't think that
probably
this
lose to
is.
the
I don't
Rams,
think that. I don't think
Yeah,
that
a
this
lot of
team
people
that
think the
everyone.
Rams are going to beat the Lions.
Yeah, that they're not
Okay,
That's not
frauds.
ridiculous.
Okay,
Maybe-
but
maybe-
but even then, that's not crazy.
maybe
but they
I-
can
maybe
win
I
a
just-
playoff game.
Maybe I'm just hearing different shit because I could have swore, bro. Like especially with
No,
all the Lions
but,
shit that
but
was-
Trent, we've had this conversation. I told you.
I haven't
how are
heard
they
it up here.
overrated if people think they can win one playoff game?
You
Because
said-
I don't think anybody thinks the Lions are going to the Super Bowl or to the conference
no.
shit. They can win a playoff game, though.
No.
Yeah, I think everybody.
I'm gonna be honest. The only
Y'all don't think they can be one and done?
The only way the Lions can make the NFC Championship is if they match up with the Eagles.
You
and
don't think they
win
can
in
be one
the
and done?
shootout. They can go one and done. Yeah, they can literally.
Yeah, because like Rams have
The
been
Rams, if they
surging
play
and
the
stuff,
Rams,
like,
it's a bad matchup for the
yeah,
Lions.
if they play the Rams, that's gonna be a really good game, and it's gonna be literally
It's gonna be a shootout.
Matt Stafford and
The whole
Jared Goff
trade
versus their
the
old
trade.
teams.
It was the whole
Yeah,
trade.
the trade.
Oh
versus
yeah,
their
that
old
would be
teams.
The
crazy.
trade.
That's gonna be a
That
great
would be
game.
heat. That
And
would
they
be
can
heat.
lose,
That would be
but-
dope.
But to make it seem like it's crazy that the Lions can win a playoff game and go to the second round, I don't understand how it overrates them or makes them frauds.
They got.
Yeah, I don't see that either. I don't see how the Lions are frauds.
The way
Like, I don't think they're going to beat
crazy.
the Niners.
Lions
I
aren't
think
the
on paper
Jaguars.
They shouldn't beat the Eagles.
Yeah, Lions aren't the Jaguars. The Jaguars were frauds, but the Lions, I don't think they're
Yeah,
frauds.
hey, objectively
Yeah.
speaking, the Jaguars are looking very fraudish.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course,
You know what's crazy?
Like-
The Jags started 8-3, and people were talking about the 1 seed.
I mean, they weren't played for it. They weren't
They weren't
for it.
played for it. It was crazy, and then they just fell off a cliff,
Yeah, fell off a cliff. It was crazy.
a
It was
mad
crazy.
cliff.
Like people really thought the Jaguars were going to beat the Chiefs because of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing that.
Yeah,
They were frauds. Lions aren't frauds. Who do they think that they're going to beat? They don't think they're going to beat anybody. They still
Yeah,
think it's the Detroit Lions. They're
They're
trash.
happy they
organization.
won this
They think they
division.
can win a playoff game.
Yeah,
They can win a
They won-
playoff game.
The Lions won. The Lions are going to act like this home playoff game is the Super Bowl, and they'll probably lose the second round.
Yeah, they're not beating the Niners. They're not beating. With
the crazy thing is,
the only way they beat the Eagles on the road is if literally Goff has the greatest game ever, and the Eagles.
And David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs go stupid.
Let me ask y'all this though.
Crazy.
Let me ask y'all this though. Right, the Lions make it to the Super Bowl. Let's say either this year, like the years coming up, because they have a bright future ahead of them. Right, very bright future. They make it to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. What conversation? It's okay.
Trent's still gonna be a hater.
What conversations are we gonna have about Jared Goff?
Wait, time out.
You know what Trent's gonna say? You know what Trent's gonna say?
You saying that?
Oh, he can only get there with a good run game and play action.
So you mean to tell me? Wait, so you mean to tell me if they? How would that? Let me ask another question. How would that look on Matthew Stafford?
Oh,
what do you mean? How would that look on Matthew Stafford? You think
Matthew Stafford never had a team?
Never had this team. Yeah,
but he never had a team like the team. And then even when they made the playoffs, you know who they lost to game?
The Drew Brees Saints or the Cowboys?
The Drew Brees Saints that was going crazy.
And the Cowboys. And they lost to
the
Cowboys.
And the Legion of Boom.
On a bad call.
And the Seahawks too. He lost to the
Seahawks. If somehow, some way, Jared Goff plays good, actually shows up when he needs to, man, yeah, he'll give his respect. But if he plays mid and he pulls a Joe Burrow and they make a Super Bowl, that shit not gonna move me.
Hey, how
I agree though.
I mean, Jared Goff already went to the Super Bowl and they mid though.
Yeah, but he wasn't really doing shit.
Hey, if he's the reason why they win the Super Bowl, how close is he to a Hall of Fame spot?
He's not the reason though. Let's not do this. I just asked the question. Let's not lie up here, please. Let's just not.
No, what if he wants Super Bowl?
Can we at least acknowledge that Jared Goff has been playing really well this year?
Wait. The only way the Lions make the Super Bowl is if Jared Goff goes on a Flacco run. What are we talking about?
That's not true.
What?
If David Montgomery...
You think Jared Goff can be mid and they can beat the 49ers?
If David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are going bananas...
Dub, you think they can just run it down the Niners' throat?
No. It can happen, but it can happen. I'm just saying it's in the realm. I'm just saying it's in the realm of possibility. It can happen.
Wait, Dub, you what get something like time? Because even though it's a good ass rushing attack they got, they're gonna have to look like Chris Johnson and Lindell White for them to make the Super Bowl.
Hey, you seen Jahmyr Gibbs' explosiveness?
You're right, but I'm saying they're gonna have to look like
he's a top 10 running back, by the way.
They're gonna have to look crazy for them to do that. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, that's true. That's fine.
Brown is a guy as well.
I don't even think they can do it. I don't even think they can do it. All I'm saying is, in my opinion, the way they win their games is going to be through that run game. Without a doubt.
That's their bread and butter, of course.
That's the only way.
Jared Goff also has to be able. Well, I was just saying, because if their run game is effective, but Jared Goff is missing throws left and right and not converting on third down, the run game can be effective all at once. If Jared Goff don't hoop.
I don't think he's that bad, though. I don't think he's that bad. I think all he has to,
if the run game ain't working, they're not winning. I'm not gonna lie, they're not winning.
I agree.
But I said even if the run game is working, Jared Goff still need to make throws in order for him to beat
just mid throws. You're not asking him to do too much. Just make some mid-tier quarterback throws that we've been doing all year.
No, he's got to make.
He's been doing that all year. He still misses
no.
reads. He still does his nonsense.
Okay, what he's been doing all year, he needs to play better than that if he's going to get to the final game. If he's going to get to the Super Bowl,
I disagree because the 49ers offense gets hindered every year in the postseason. So
they don't. The Lions don't have a defense that the 49ers have had, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Lions have
the Lions don't have that defense. They have Aiden Hutchinson.
That defense could miss stop.
And Brian Branch has played fantastic.
They need Johnson.
It ain't Fred and Boza.
Listen, they're running game.
Their best chance is the 49ers getting bounced by the Eagles or the Cowboys in the second round.
I was watching Cam Sutton getting cooked by Jettas, dude.
That's their best chance. It's a miracle.
I know, but Ayuk and Deebo might.
Jettas is going to go nuts.
Deebo don't run routes. Deebo don't run routes.
I mean, Deebo doesn't run routes.
That man's just a freak. That's the Derrick Henry of wide receivers right there.
Oh my God,
you guys are never going to.
What do you mean?
Yo, she didn't stop.
How am I lying? How am I lying?
Just said. He said Deebo is the Derrick Henry of wide receivers.
That's not false.
That's not wrong.
What is wrong about saying that?
If Deebo went to the league and said, change my position from wide receiver to running back, he would be a top 10 running back in the league. That's not crazy.
Fam,
do you don't run
your ass up, man? Shut up.
No, listen. I need y'all to listen. No, G baby. When you see that man running up the middle of the field, these linebackers are bouncing off of him. That man is running through everybody. I'm not gonna lie. That is a run. That is a freight train. That is a big chunk of meat of a wall of a man right there in Deebo Samuel. That dude is insane. His muscles is as big as this fucking chair right here, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you, Dawson, Trent, no bread, no water, just meat. That's Deebo. Why y'all playing?
Every meat. These linebackers are just bouncing. Nick, these linebackers are just getting ran over, fam. They can't do nothing.
So hold on. So Deebo, hold on.
Tegan, I'm gonna let you go. But the reason why it's frustrating me, more specifically with Trent right now, don't see me too, but more specifically with Trent, because if this was anybody else, aka I don't know, maybe something like DK Metcalf, who couldn't run routes like that and was mid, but all he did was y'all would be killing him. But because Deebo, for whatever reason, with Deebo Samuel, y'all seem to gloss over all of his flaws because, all-time yak. So I don't care. Bro, every time I say he can't run routes, y'all say that's crazy. Y'all say I'm hating. Bro, he can't run routes like that. Compared to the rest of the league, he's not a great route runner. He doesn't have great hands. Comes from his yak. And guess what?
Hold up. So where do you got CMC in your running back rankings? I'm just curious.
Right now, he's RB1. Part of RB1. Part of that is injuries as well. But he's still top.
Why is he the number one running back for you?
Oh shit!
Why?
Why?
Nick Chubb.
Explain it to me why.
Because CMC
but why is CMC a top 3 back, top 5 back?
CMC is a top 3 back because I believe he is an elite rusher. He's elite out the backfield as well. He has the versatility. Like if you took one away, he could be elite at either or. That's what I believe.
Good answer.
About
Great
CMC.
Answer.
Okay, so if
Deebo can't be elite at a wide receiver.
He can't. If you took literally the year he said, "I don't want to be a running back anymore," what happened? Literally when he said, "I don't want to do that anymore."
Has he been a running back this year? Has he been a running back this year?
One down year. What the fuck?
Has he been a running back this year?
For me.
How? We see CMC. CMC's been damn near the MVP. How?
Wait. Who's been a running back?
This year. Deebo, this year.
Oh, no, because he's just catching screens.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh my God! No, that's not true. He's not doing that. He's not doing that. However,
that's not true.
Deebo,
he's getting tons of yak. He's getting tons of yak.
Say it all the time. And it's crazy because y'all say
it's not just off the screens.
And then when we use what y'all say,
he gets tons of yak this year.
Y'all hate on this. Deebo is an all-time yak player. He gets that. Ain't nobody ever gonna question it. You can call him the greatest. I don't care. But when it comes to the aspect of when we're ranking wide receivers, not football players, wide receivers, and I compare his wide receiver skill set to those of other wide receivers, it's not up to snuff. But you know what he has? Yak. Awesome. You're a great football player, Deebo, but you're not up there when it comes to wide receivers. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. When Deebo catches a ball wide open in the middle of his own, and he just runs through people, bro. He just runs through people. I'm sorry, bro. Like he's a running back.
So why?
They got so many people they have to account for. You got Ayuk, you got Kittle, you got someone's got to get open, bro. I mean, it is what it is. There's too many people for him to eat, and with that, it helps his game out.
You definitely can't double team somebody on that team.
You can't double team anybody.
Is it not part of the
what?
wide receiver position to have the ball and make a play after it? Like, why are we calling that a running back?
Because they coincide with one another. Because both of that's a responsibility that both of those two people have. And that one particular thing that coincides with both of those positions, that's the main thing that puts Deebo in these conversations. So therefore, I'm going to say he's more of a running back than a wide receiver. Because the main thing that causes you to be this great is for you to make a play and run with the ball in your hands.
And especially because we've seen Deebo when he was literally lining up in the backfield getting carries. The man can run the football. He's efficient with it. But when it comes to, and I don't understand why it's so, because we're not saying he's a scrub. We're not saying he's trash. But when I look at other receivers who do the skill sets of wide receivers that we've been watching for years, all of us here are at least 2 decades old. So we've seen wide receivers at the very least for 2 decades. So when we talk about the skill set when it comes to wide receivers, Deebo is an exception to that. The reason
it sounds crazy. Nigga, you used to hate for Austin Eckler.
I'm gonna say,
and then you trying to talk about fucking Deebo Samuel.
You know what I'm saying? Wait.
You put K for him, niggas. You came right inside between the tackles.
Hold on, no. I got a question.
We're a straight slot receiver. Now we trying to talk about Deebo.
Hey, you know what I'll say? You know what I'll say about Austin Eckler? As more evidence came to light,
it's been damn near a decade.
Austin Eckler, we were not. Hey,
you was trying to say he was better than Breece Hall.
No, I said can
Breece Hall play games?
I said can Breece Hall play more than 6 games first?
No, you said that Austin Eckler was better than Breece Hall. You said Austin Eckler was a top 10 running back.
That was Mookie, not me.
You said Austin Eckler was a top 10 running back.
Not sure he was.
No, he wasn't. He's a slot receiver. The same logic that you use for Deebo Samuel and talking about running backs, you do the same thing for Austin Eckler. That nigga's a slot receiver. He can't run the ball.
Austin Eckler ain't up there no more. Austin Eckler ain't up there no more.
He can't run the ball.
Dub, if you take away Austin Eckler's receiving game, is he a good runner?
He's out the league. Out the league.
Hey, Doug. If you take away Deebo's yak, what is he? Out the league. So what are we talking about?
He's not.
I would like to say this. I would like to say this.
He's not.
I would like to say this. I would like to say this.
Crazy. That's not even logical.
I would like to say this. If you put Deebo on another team, do we really think he's going to be this good on a different team?
He might be better.
No.
What are we talking about?
Give him Mike McDaniel.
If you give him Mike McDaniel, that's a genius right there.
He would be DK Metcalf on another team.
Okay, hold on.
Kansas City. Send Deebo.
G-Baby, the same way people said, how is Tyreek Hill?
Oh, put him on Kansas City? Trash. Put him on Kansas City? Trash.
The same way people said, how is Tyreek Hill going to get better leaving Mahomes and Andy Reid?
That's different. Tyreek Hill for rounds.
Tyreek Hill. Don't you dare compare Tyreek Hill to Deebo. Don't you dare compare Tyreek Hill to Deebo. There's no way.
Hold on.
There's no way.
Bro, y'all act like Deebo Samuel route running is DK Met. Y'all swear.
I'm not gonna lie. I guess Deebo might be the Justin Fields of wide receivers. He's only good at running the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
He's not good at the other aspect.
Yeah.
I can't believe you agree with that. I can't believe you.
It's sad that you agree with that. You did just call Justin Fields.
That's wild.
I'm not even the biggest Justin Fields fan, but you saying he's a wide receiver, sir.
Fields needs time to develop. I'm not gonna lie. I still believe in Fields.
Does Deebo have mid hands? His hands have
gotten better. It's gotten better.
Is it still mid? I don't care if it's gotten better. Is it still mid?
I think it's good.
I think they're good.
Okay, solid hands. What are his routes?
Mid.
If Deebo's on the Chiefs, we'll look at him like we look at Christian Kirk. I promise you.
Shut your ass, yo.
I promise you.
How do look at Christian Kirk?
Christian Kirk isn't a bad receiver.
Christian Kirk is top 20. Christian Kirk's top 20.
No, he's like top 30. He's like top 30. That's not ridiculous, though. What am I saying that's wrong?
I don't even know if he's top 30. I dead don't know.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk's top 30, but we got here capable for Deebo.
Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
Deebo's better than Christian Kirk.
I guarantee.
Yes, he is.
At
what?
Nick, there's nothing wrong with Christian Kirk is not that bad. What are we talking about?
What is Deebo better at than Christian Kirk?
What puts Christian Kirk giving over the edge? What?
He's nothing special other than that.
It's not good to where I'm putting over Deebo. It's nothing crazy where I'm putting over Deebo.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not.
I'm not gonna lie.
Does Christian Kirk clear Deebo route running?
Again, it's not to where I'm gonna put him over Deebo. Nothing. It's Christian Kirk is cool.
So
he's Reginald. Reggie.
So you're.
I think
He's
Kirk
not
got
He's
think
Reggie.
Reggie. I think Kirk got better hands too. I'm not gonna hold you.
He does.
I swear he does. I swear he does.
The receiver better than Deebo, other than you. We are ranking Deebo
But
high.
it's not where. Okay, cool. Watch. You gonna put Deontay Johnson over Deebo?
Deontay Johnson has terrible.
It's the same shit. It's the same exact thing.
No.
What you mean? What you mean? His route's clear. His route's clear.
Not gonna lie. If Deebo was on that Steelers team, y'all would think he's dog water too. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. If Deebo was on that Steelers crew, that bad of an offense, y'all would look at him the same way y'all talking about Deontay Johnson. I promise you. You put Deontay on the 49ers, he's cooking. Free real estate for anybody out there. What are we talking about?
Christian Kirk of all receivers? Stop, bro.
All right, Deontay Johnson then. Not gonna lie.
No,
if you flip both of them, I swear, you would think Deebo isn't even that good. I promise you.
Bro, it's because Deebo got the yak, bro. It's the yak, bro. That's
Christian
what
Kirk
it
has
is.
nothing.
Deontay's a dog. Don't you dare disrespect Deontay Johnson.
Nothing exceptional.
Not gonna hold you. I like Deontay. That dude's a dog.
So because Deebo,
you think Deebo's a dog but not Deebo?
Stop there. Hey,
they're both dogs. They're both dogs.
Wait, stop there. So if Deebo's yak is so exceptional, why is he not top 15?
You're talking about Christian Kirk.
No. No, Trent, answer the question. Why is Deebo not top 15? If his yak is so exceptional.
You said what? Because the top 15 guys, this thing exceptional to where I'll take them over Deebo, not Christian Kirk. The fuck?
What's wrong? What's wrong with Kirk?
So Christian Kirk is not on that level.
Hey, so who's in the top?
Period.
The only reason you say this is because he's on the 49ers. I swear on everything.
Christian Kirk is not on that level.
Trent, is DJ Moore top 15?
DJ Moore is better than Deebo.
No. I'm asking you, is he top 15?
Yes, and he clears Christian Kirk.
What does DJ Moore do exceptionally well?
I think he has way better hands than Deebo and way better routes. I don't think the hands is it's not with Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk doesn't have way better hands than Deebo.
Did you not see the same?
Christian Kirk does not have way better hands than Deebo. No.
Okay, that's crazy.
He don't.
That's cool.
He don't. Y'all niggas talking.
You can say the same thing for Christian Kirk, bro. You can say the same
thing. You said
for
what?
You can say the same thing for Christian Kirk, bro.
No, you cannot.
You're not telling me that Christian Kirk don't clear.
No, the fuck you can't, bro. You think it's on the same level?
Y'all need to stop hating on Deebo. Y'all be pissing me off.
Y'all talking like Christian Kirk.
I bet Kirk's
No, y'all talk like Deebo Samuel.
Yes.
I'm not talking. I'm just saying if he's not on the Niners, he's not performing like this, bro.
The Kansas City line is crazy. To say that he would be Christian Kirk on Kansas City.
Andy Reid with Deebo Samuel. Are you out of your mind?
Yes, it'll be. Yes, it'll be on the level.
He would get more carries than Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Isaiah Pacheco. You're absolutely
Andy Reid ain't using him like a running back. We're not doing that.
No, he would get screens. It would be a short passing game.
Yeah, it would. But guess what? It's still going to be Christian Kirk and Christian Kirk. As I swear.
They would have been.
And we talk about
the division if he.
And if we talk about Deontay Johnson, guarantee you, if we swap both of them, y'all would think that Deontay's better than Deebo. I swear.
I swear to God, I wouldn't. I swear to God, I wouldn't. I swear to God, I wouldn't.
Hey,
I don't know what it is about.
Does that mean Puka stopped?
Y'all sleeping on? Y'all really sleeping on Deontay? Deontay's a dog. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Look, I know
they both dogs.
Look, I'm not saying Deebo isn't like okay. So let me just establish this now. I'm not saying Deebo ain't top 30 or nothing like that, but I think y'all overrate him when y'all put him in the top 15s, top 20s. When I don't,
why can't he be top 20?
Because I think there are like 20 dudes.
How many drops Deontay got? How many drops Deontay got this year?
Drops.
I don't think Deontay the best receiver on his own team.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't.
They both could be better.
And nigga brought up DJ Moore. Like DJ Moore, Yak is not way closer to Deebo. Like DJ Moore's a yak demon. So
I asked you what he did. I was asking. That was just
way
one
better
player.
hands,
I was not trying to harp. I was not trying to harp on DJ Moore. I was just thinking of
why y'all think Deontay?
I wanted you to tell me what he does exceptionally well.
Why y'all think Deontay got no hands though? I'm confused about that.
Nah, nobody said that. His hands is cool.
She baby just said that.
They're straight.
I said I don't like him. I said I don't like him. I didn't say they were.
I seen him make some crazy passes. They didn't just have a crazy pass last game with a one-handed grab.
No, I don't know. Actually,
question: Jay Flowers better than?
I'd rather not watch Steelers games.
Yeah, y'all not really dedicated to the game.
Hey, for you Deebo lovers, is Zay Flowers better than Deebo?
Yo, no, he's not better than Deebo.
Is Tank Dell better than Deebo?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Tank is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tank probably top 20 easily.
Why is Tank
No, on to the next one. I know what
what it is about Deebo, but y'all annoying me with this man, bro.
You said what?
Is Tank not just a top 5 route runner in the game? Like he's in the upper echelon 1%, just like Deebo's the upper echelon 1% of a yak.
He's in that Tank Dell top 10 route runner. I know that for sure.
Yeah, he's a top 10 route runner.
I know that for sure. 10 route runner? Okay. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the next one.
Dub, they get on theirs. I'm
with you, bro. What's the next one?
DK is not better than Deebo.
They put Tyler Heineke in the Falcons game. Offense looked way better.
Yeah, because I tried to tell y'all that Desmond Ridder is terrible.
Kyle
finally scored.
I don't know why you saying it like they didn't bench Taylor Heineke earlier. So
yeah, but you know the head coach is stupid.
Y'all got mad at me for saying Taylor's better than Ryan Tannehill. I didn't forget that.
Not me, because I'm a Taylor Heineke.
You're lying.
I'm a Taylor Heineke guy.
He was one of them too. Stop.
Was this last year or 2 years
Gardner
ago?
Minshew is a guy. I keep telling people,
He's a guy.
He's a guy. I don't know why people hate on him, boy. It was a bad game last game, but I mean, there was no wide receivers out there. But
every dog has to say.
Yeah, bro. But y'all got to start putting respect on these guys, bro. These people, there's their backup quarterbacks. There are backup quarterbacks, Brock Purdy, for example, that can definitely lead the best offense in the league under the right scenario. Gardner Minshew's one of them. And Taylor Heineke needs some respect, too. I'm not going to lie.
Taylor Darnold, one of them now?
Joe Flacco's one of them, too, right, Dub?
Yeah, he is.
Dub, you want to talk about the game?
What, the Falcons and Colts game?
No, that Lamar, the Grinch, stole Christmas.
I never
heard your thoughts on that.
We were arguing about Deebo so much, we forgot to talk about how they got smacked.
Let's talk about how the 49ers got smacked on national television.
Where's Early? Where's Early Cofield?
He's sick.
I bet he's sick after that butt whooping they had on Monday. Listen, all this nonsense. Brock Purdy does this. He does this. He's just making plays on the field. Let's bring up the schedule, right? That they've been going up against, right? The schedule and how they've been running the ball for almost every single game. Goes up against the Steelers with no offense. Guess what? They ran the ball and Brock Purdy had a good game. Goes up against the Rams. Not a great secondary. Goes up against the Giants. We know who they are. The Cardinals. We know who they are. Cowboys running the ball. Brock Purdy has a good game. Browns. Fold. Vikings. Fold. Bengals. Fold. Jaguars. Running the ball. Brock Purdy has a good game. Let me double check. Buccaneers. Good game. Running the ball. Seahawks, running the ball. Purdy has a good game. Eagles, yak, and running the ball. Purdy has a good game.
Deebo carried, but let's continue.
Seahawks, Cardinals. You know, not these aren't great defenses. These aren't great secondaries. These are not great secondaries in the league at all, besides the Cowboys, right? The one time they go up against a team with some good defense, right? Some good secondary. What happens? 4 picks. 4 picks on a Ravens defense. And when they can only run the ball 14 times with CMC, you throw 4 picks? But this is y'all MVP? This is the guy that's making plays here, making plays there.
No, I have to say something. No, I have to say something, real quick. It's real quick. If someone tells me air yards is the reason Brock Purdy's the MVP,
I'm gonna lose
stop
my mind.
talking to me. Please stop talking to me.
Hey, you know what else I'm gonna lose my mind about? Because you was calling out early, Dub. There's one more person we need to talk to, and thankfully he's here in this chat. Average Joe. You came on this platform before Christmas, and you told me Herbert couldn't get put in this offense and do the same thing as Brock Purdy. Because you said Herbert couldn't. You said Herbert couldn't do it. Yet Sam Darnold, his first drive leading a touchdown.
That's crazy.
Leading a touchdown.
Shout out Ronnie.
I can't stand y'all. This is why I can't stand y'all. Y'all put dudes in conversations that they don't need to be in for what?
We got the receipts.
What? Anybody can see that you can take the quarterback out of the team and you can replace them with a mid-tier, but let alone an elite one. And my goodness, let's keep it a buck. We saw Jimmy G take this team.
G-Baby, I was just about to ask you the question.
3 times.
G-Baby, a question.
3 times.
Question for everybody.
Hold on, Dawson. You remember when Jimmy G first got to the 49ers? They couldn't win a game. Then what happened when Jimmy G came in?
They won.
Oh my God, they might have found their franchise quarterback. They might have found a guy. That offense looked pretty far with him there. And then they put Brock Purdy in, a third stringer. Okay, hey, nothing to expect. Looks the same. And y'all telling me that if y'all put a Herbert in there, if y'all put a Jalen Hurts in there, if y'all put a lot of these
Lamar Jackson,
y'all put a mid-tier guy in there. You mean to tell me Derrick Goff, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott couldn't go in here and look the same? You mean to tell me Justin Fields on this offense couldn't look better than what he has been his whole career? Like, that's the problem. Y'all elevated Brock Purdy to a level that, let's just be real, he's not there. He's not there. After Joe came on this platform and tried to tell me that there's not a lot of guys that can replace Brock Purdy and do what he does in his offense. Sam Darnold just did it. And
he almost he almost had.
Was doing the first
I'm not gonna lie. He could have had another TD if he didn't throw that pick too. That would have been. That would have changed the game with Sam Darnold.
Is Brock Purdy just Jimmy G that's athletic?
He's a better Jimmy G.
Athletic Jimmy G?
Brock Purdy's a more athletic, better version of Jimmy G.
Did I not say this?
Just don't put Brock Purdy in a conversation of elite, or don't come on this platform, Average Joe, and tell us that there's not a lot of guys that can replace Brock Purdy and do what he does. Don't tell us that. Don't tell us that. You're lying.
You're lying. And I did lie about something.
You can come in this freaking team and do this, bro.
Literally.
You was cooking with Michael Pittman Jr. and
I'm not gonna lie.
And Zach Moss. Give him CMC and Brandon Ayuk. What
G-Baby. Taylor Heineke could just come in and, go.
Okay, brother.
Hey.
Okay, brother.
Hey. Did we not?
Okay, brother.
Hey.
He could.
Sam Darnold looked like a guy.
Yeah, he led 2 long
and
drives.
Even if you want to talk about the pick, Tegan, and even if you want to talk about the pick he threw, Tegan, hey, guess what? Brock Purdy threw 4 of them, and he's supposed to be elite. He's supposed to be elite.
Hey, you know how everyone says listen to former players and stuff? Jerry Rice said he's the next Joe Montana.
Well, that's because of bias right there. He's a 49.
Oh, I know.
He reminds them. He reminds them. Still crazy, but still.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if we got to
look, I put it like this. This is the final thing I'm about to say about this, right? If I gotta be like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I put T-Law in conversations he didn't need to be in too early. You should do the same for Brock Purdy. Don't come on this platform and tell me that you can't replace him with a bunch of people. Don't tell me that when I literally seen it for the past 3 years. Jimmy G, when he first got there, didn't lose a game.
Can you replace him with Geno?
First 8 weeks. Could I replace
him with Geno?
Yes. They'll be better with Geno.
They literally did it. Yes, Drew Lock went in there and looked the same. Why can't you? Why can't Geno go over there and depend on the run and get yacked from Deebo and CMC and George Kittle? Why can't he?
Geno will have a historic year.
Geno If Geno can complete 70% of his passes with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Kane on, how many percent of his passes you think he can complete with Deebo, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and CMC?
Yeah.
77.
He's going to be throwing for 78%.
Yeah, 78, 77.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
These are facts.
Y'all
Sorry,
like
these are
out here doing what Mahomes can do or something.
And I hope y'all
he's
still
a game changer.
I hope y'all still don't think that the 49ers run the NFC. I just hope y'all still don't believe that.
I'm like, well,
no, I never believed it.
Ain't nobody run that shit, bro.
Nobody runs it right now.
Nobody runs it, bro.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
They're all frauds.
You know what's crazy? Nobody really runs the AFC either because people say the Chiefs, right? You know what's crazy? Yep. For the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl, they're going to have to go on the road in the playoffs, and they've never done that.
That's true. They haven't
never done that.
Darius Toney's still on their team.
Man, everybody making please. 2 of those picks was tip passes. Ain't nobody care about that. Y'all pick and choose when y'all want to care about the context of interceptions.
I'm not trying to hear generational defense.
He did throw it. He did.
Yeah. What about Lamar Jackson versus that generational defense?
Those tip passes. It's not acting as if those guys was wide open. He threw it to.
Hey, the Kyle Hamilton one was bad. The Kyle Hamilton one was bad.
He threw it to the guy with a dude.
Kyle Hamilton is a top 5.
Kyle Hamilton better than Derwin James.
He threw it to his receivers that had a dude on their back.
What did you just say, Tegan? Wait, Tegan, what did you say?
Kyle Hamilton could be better than Derwin James. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you didn't say could be.
No, you didn't say that. Tegan, what did you say?
He stand up in.
Kyle Hamilton is.
He's a generational. That's a generational talent. That's a generational talent.
And the fact that he fell in the draft is a travesty.
Well, remember why he failed? Because that was the same
because
year.
It's a 40 time.
Because of a 40
time.
No,
but he failed. But he also failed because was that not the same year all the receivers was flying off the board? Like it was trades on trades.
He was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and then he ran his 40, and then he dropped out of the draft.
Okay, but also too, remember the Lions traded up, the Saints traded up. There was like 4 trades for receivers. Like all in like the first the 13 or whatever. Would it like that also helped because I think if those guys would have stayed where they were, he would have got picked sooner. And it was like, and then the Ravens had just traded away Hollywood Brown, so we didn't think they was getting the safety. It was like, oh, okay, well I guess this is where you get one. And then because everybody traded up, that's where you failed.
So you had the 3 run of Devonta Smith, Justin Fields, and Micah Parsons. Those were all traded picks, but the fact. I'm looking at the wrong draft. Never mind.
I was about to say Michael Parsons. What?
2020.
Yeah, bro. No. Yeah, bro. Kyle Hamilton. Don't get me wrong. Kyle
22.
Nice. Yeah, this is the year where Jameson Williams, Olave, and Wilson all got paid.
But you know what? There's some other conversations that also need to have after this game. Lamar Jackson needs to be talked about as the second best quarterback in the league right now. I'm not going to hold you.
Can we
wait one more year?
No.
Can we wait one more year?
We've been watching.
Players been down all across.
We've been watching him play for years now.
I have a question, Jub. Do you want to see a healthy Burrow and a healthy Aaron Rodgers come back?
I know who those guys are.
Aaron Rodgers.
What the fuck?
I know who those guys are.
With that logic, you know who Lamar is. So why is he all of a sudden going up to number 2? If you know who Joe Burrow is, and he's always
been a top 5 quarterback for the longest now for me, and with everything and how he's been performing this year. And with him seeing him in this new offense and him still being able to perform at a high level, there's no reason not to say that he's second best quarterback or at least in these conversations.
Okay, so now you're kind of confusing me because earlier today you were taking Josh Allen over him because of the high. Like you would rather take the highs.
I'm talking about MVP though. I'm talking about MVP as a different discussion.
But didn't you have Josh Allen above Lamar before?
Wait, I have a question though. Why would you take
ranking wise? Didn't you have him before?
It was always interchangeable for me between those two.
Wait, Dub, I have a question. If you're taking a quarterback, you wouldn't want the player with the higher upside, like the higher highs, even though it comes with the lower lows. Like you said, if you just said,
Well, Lamar to me, Lamar Jackson is situational. Like Lamar Jackson, what he's doing right now. I'm talking about MVP case and the statistics.
No, I'm talking about rankings. You would rank Lamar Jackson higher than Josh Allen right now?
Yeah, but it's very close.
Okay, I guess
Josh Allen above Lamar Jackson.
Didn't you have Burrow at 2 or no?
Burrow, yeah. Burrow, Allen, and Lamar, they're all interchangeable for me. but I would give Lamar the slight edge. I think a lot. And I think
interchange.
Herbert not top 5.
Why not? That's where you kind of lose me.
Because of the intangibles.
The aura. If we're splitting hairs, hey Dub, if we're splitting hairs, does aura not get factored into that?
It gotta be, bro.
Intangibles.
Who would you rather? Who would you want to be?
Hold on, G-Baby. What's wrong with having
Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have as the captain of your ship? Justin Herbert or Lamar Jackson? I got mine. Big trust shit. You know? Big trust out here, bro. Big trust out here, bro. That's the man.
Motivating me makes me feel good is all fine and dandy, but you know.
If you want to say that Herbert,
if you're being a bad captain, but motivating me,
but G-Baby, you're the guy who says it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Herbert's gonna start right,
and how Lamar usually finishes isn't pretty. He either finishes hurt or he doesn't play well. Let's keep it a buck.
And it's still better than
how he finishes doesn't usually end well.
Hey, Justin Herbert's in the Matthew Stafford tier. That's where he's at.
Justin Herbert is Matthew Stafford who was on the lines.
Justin Herbert's better than Matthew Stafford.
Justin Herbert's literally just a more athletic Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only difference between the two I see. That Justin Herbert just runs a bit more.
Are we sure Herbert's better than Stroud? Or do we need to see more on Stroud?
I gotta see more on Stroud, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I gotta see more.
But we could put Tank in the.
Oh, Linden, and this is why it kind of gets confused for everyone.
I gotta see Tank.
The Stafford discussions about him being that too is because the people who love the winning arguments and the people who love that narrative on winning and quarterback success, especially after the season Matthew Stafford's having this
average
season.
Joe, you're lying.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me how a guy who wins the season in 2021, who wins the Super Bowl in 2021, then the next year gets hurt. And the year where the Rams are supposed to be a bottom of the barrel team, that team is now in playoff contention. And a big portion of that is because of Matthew Stafford. So for people who value winning and value team success as a quarterback thing, it doesn't make sense to me how Matthew Stafford isn't in these conversations of a top 2, top 3, top 4 quarterback. Like that makes zero sense to me at all. Me personally, I think the athleticism and the talent of like Allen and Lamar gives them a slight edge. And even Burrow, because Burrow's sneaky athletic that people don't talk about. And I'll say Herbert. I'm not going to be biased.
Sneaky athletic is funny.
Burrow is sneaky athletic, though. He's athletic. Like
he just plays the game the right way.
Yeah, he is. He is definitely athletic.
All right.
I guess.
So in my head, so to me, Stafford, he's sitting at 6 right now for me.
So you have Herbert at 7.
No, Herbert could be above him. Herbert could be above him.
Where you got Jalen Hurts, though?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, hold on. Strouder.
Yo, he's so.
Strouder hurts.
Strouder hurts.
Listen. This is the thing
Stafford
with Jalen,
hurts.
Right? Stafford clears him.
Okay, but Strouder hurts.
Dak hurts.
Is Jalen Hurts top 10?
Kirk Cousins are hurt.
Hey, the way it sounded like Jalen Hurts only had one good year.
This is the issue.
This is with Calvin Ridley. He only had one good year.
This is the issue with Hurts.
Wait, kind of like Deebo, right?
This is
Deebo.
Yo,
you
shut
take
up.
away his legs.
Yo, let me say this, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'm over here, right?
Fast, dude. That was bad.
But this is the thing, right? This is the infuriating thing about Jalen Hurts. He just gets me so tight. He'll do things that's like so great, like such a great throw. I remember that throw he had on the Giants where he just put it over the defender, lob to AJ Brown.
Crazy. That was a crazy throw.
Like he'll make plays like that, and then at the same time just throw ducks, fam. Like terrible ducks, terrible underthrows, terrible decisions, terrible reads, and then. Like a lot of times this year, he'll just turn it up out of nowhere. So Hurts is kind of a confusing case because I don't. He wakes up and decides to be like, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers. No. Sometimes he wakes up and he decides to be a top 5 level quarterback. then there's other times where he just feels like being bottom 5. And it all happens within the same. It all happens throughout the court. Not even game by game. It happens as the game is going on.
Well,
as the game is going on, he'll go from top 5 to bottom 5 in the next drive. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
Well, remember the highs and lows. Wouldn't you rather take the guy that has so many highs?
Not over a game. Not over one game, though.
I'll say this. I'll say that
it's a drive-by-drive thing.
I'll say this. Until he proves me otherwise, I got Dak because I can't change my opinion throughout the course of the playoffs, right? I'll say Dak is better. I'll say CJ is better. Who else?
Dak's finna fall off y'all list as soon as he's selling the playoffs like he always do.
I'm
telling you.
No. Don't put me in those combos because I was defending Dak Prescott about that game.
I know you were. No.
Don't do that.
That wasn't specific.
Because Dak's not a bad quarterback. And people get me tight. He's not whack. He's not a whack quarterback. I let Trent get that off because I just let it rock. But Dak is not a terrible quarterback. Let's kill that nose. He's a solid.
No, the whole Dak
he's a
is
solid.
whack. The whole Dak is whack.
The Dak is whack started from Trent. I hope y'all remember that.
Yeah,
it started from me, but I was trolling with that.
He's a dope quarterback, bro.
I said that shit.
Trent always trolling when all of a sudden.
I said that though. I said objectively. Dak is good.
And me personally, you struggling as a 49ers in back-to-back seasons. Not gonna lie, like that's not. I'm not looking at you type crazy for struggling.
Whoa!
What?
Reel it in.
I remember when another certain quarterback used to struggle versus the 49ers.
Are you going to say Aaron Rodgers?
Shit on him.
Are you going to say Aaron Rodgers?
Shit on Aaron Rodgers. He used to shit on him.
That's crazy.
You know what it is? No, because I think
come on.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Damn. I said my whole thing with Aaron Rodgers. And even after that happened, I started saying, like, y'all are kind of like dragging it with the whole 49ers and stuff because I still think he's a top 5 quarterback. But my whole thing was with Aaron Rodgers was I just hated when people were trying to compare him to Brady. And all before those games, like, a lot of people were trying to put him in these conversations. So that was a big...
Are you talking about, like... Wait. When you talk about conversations with Brady, you talk about all-time or, like, currently in the league?
All time. And currently.
Nobody put Aaron Rodgers.
Nobody was saying all time.
No. Remember, you gotta remember because those
what's wrong with that?
No, but those Aaron Rodgers discussions that we was having, that was having the time when we first started out. So my conversations with y'all wasn't like I was having conversations with other people, and that's why I had a distaste towards Aaron Rodgers.
But I'm not gonna lie.
But then as I seen people drag the 49ers thing with Aaron Rodgers. In my head, I'm like, that's just kind of weird to me because, like, bro, like, he's still a top 5 level quarterback.
Killing him like 6 months ago, or wait, it was December, so 8 months ago.
Did I say that he was no longer a top 5 quarterback?
Well, nobody here said that, but we killed him though. You killed him though.
It was funny.
Him.
But it was my whole thing is with that, the man couldn't even bring a TD. Dak got a TD at least. He couldn't bring a TD. That's insane.
Hey, I mean,
that was insane. That was insane to me. That was crazy.
But here's my thing though when it comes to Dak, because Dak is a good quarterback, right? But he's been playing great this year for sure. But I just remember before this season came, Dak Prescott was not in top 10 convos, and now he's in top 10 convos. And even though we ain't talked about it in a minute because they haven't been a topic of discussion, I've been saying all year, the Cowboys, they're going to win 12 games in the regular season. They're going to look like they might actually do something. And then they might, get away with a little team in the wild card because early in the season, the wild card teams was looking real rough. And then they're going to get to the divisional round against an actual team. And either Dak is going to sell in spectacular fashion or the team is going to sell in spectacular fashion. One of the two. Because there's times, like, for example, when Dak Prescott lost to Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott did nothing wrong. Aaron Rodgers just owns them. That's what he does. Even when the Packers sucked last year, they still beat the Cowboys. Even when they couldn't buy a win, they still beat the Cowboys. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. There's times where Dak Prescott has lost playoff games, and it ain't been on him. No questions asked. There's also been playoff games where I'm like, Dak didn't play necessarily well or up to the standards we were expecting, and they found a way to sell in spectacular fashion. So I'm just saying, when we get to these playoffs, don't be surprised if either Dak Prescott or the Cowboys themselves sell in spectacular fashion.
But what games
Dak Prescott's re-exits these top 10 conversations.
But what games? And I don't want to be defending the Cowboys like that. But what games did they go up against that? Like you thought they had the odds in their favor. Like you had the 2016. I believe that was the year. The 26. I mean, let's be real. In 2016, that was the year where Dak was a pro.
That was the Aaron Rodgers throw. That was when Dak and Ezekiel Elliott was in their rookie year. And crazy thing is, Dak had a crazy fourth quarter in that game. Aaron Rodgers. And I gave him
the Cowboys were down like 20-some points.
Yeah, and then they came back.
And then Aaron Rodgers had that crazy throw to Jared Cook. Yeah, I literally just gave him that love, Doug. Here's my thing.
Yeah, but then you go against the Los Angeles Rams, and that season, I think that was the year they made it to the Super Bowl with that great defense, and you had CJ Anderson.
The Cowboys were tipping their plays. Yes, that was the year the Cowboys were tipping their plays. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, bro, you had CJ Anderson and Todd Gurley running for 200 yards, but for just them.
Yes, I know.
That's so. Like in my head, like is that really? They're losing to the better team. But like nobody thought the Cowboys. Nobody thought the Cowboys.
That's not
the 49ers in 2021 when the Cowboys were at home. The Cowboys should have won that game.
I don't think so.
Then, but even then, because the original question you asked me is. You talked about these odds with the teams. For me, just because the team has the odds or is favored doesn't mean you can't perform well or you can just not sell in spectacular fashion. And my main point was either Dak Prescott is going to sell or the Cowboys are going to sell.
But if the team is just better, the Rams just had an overall better team than them. So like if they're dominating,
what year was that? What year was the Rams win?
That's in 2018 when Todd Gurley was like in his MVP season. You had or NFL rushing title season, like
that's the one, but then he got hurt right? Because they didn't play in the Super Bowl, right? That was the year.
I don't know if he played. I don't know if he got hurt in that game. I know he played for a good portion of that game, but the issue.
I'm gonna look it up.
My point is with the Rams, like they're beating you in the way that everyone expected them to beat you through their defense and the run game. So why are we going to criticize them like that when that's the very way we thought that they were going to defeat them in? Like, why? That doesn't make sense to me. And then we talk about the 49ers in 2021. The 49ers were hurt for the majority of that season, which is why they weren't at home, which is why they were 11-7. That was the year I believe like Nick Mullins was playing some games because Jimmy G was getting hurt. Everyone was getting hurt that year.
And then they went on that run.
And then they went on.
You think the 49ers were a better team than the Cowboys that year?
Yes, I thought the 49ers were one of the best teams in the league, especially the year prior. They went to the Super Bowl. I still thought that they were the best team. They just got hurt.
And so this is not the 19-12 game. This is the QB sneak game, right? The QB sneak with 9 seconds left, right? This is the one you're talking about?
QB sneak with 9. You talking about the 49ers?
Remember that not the QB sneak, the QB draw. The QB draw with 9 seconds left.
Yes, that's the game I'm
talking about. Right? That's that year, right? Was that the year they all got hurt and then went on a run?
Yeah.
Wait, that's the year that the Cowboys should have beat the 49ers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But I don't think so. Because the 49ers it was the same team from the year before that made it to the Super Bowl. They were just hurt. And with them being hurt, guess what? They still had, because that's when they were really utilizing Deebo in the running game. So they had some better weapons on the offensive end with Deebo really making a name for himself. Well, George Kittle still play.
Deebo. All right, bro.
Well, Deebo, I'm not gonna treat Deebo like he's whack. He's not a whack quarterback. I mean, he's not a whack wide receiver. But in that game right there, he had 70 yards on the ground. He was a great running back. You feel me?
It was 10 for 72, but I feel
so like in my head, I don't understand how the team.
Yeah, Deebo
I don't understand how the team that just made it to the Super Bowl, gaining an offensive weapon like Deebo, It's not better than the Cowboys.
He was on the Super Bowl team.
He was, but they didn't really they didn't use him like that.
He evolved. He was
Exactly.
just a rookie that year. Yeah.
Exactly. So in my head, when you have a weapon like that explode for your team, and this is the same exact team that just made it to the Super Bowl, how is this team not better?
So you think the Cowboys?
Because don't you think? Because
I think, Dub. I just think eventually the Cowboys need to win a game that they quote unquote shouldn't. Because I've seen so many other teams.
It's not even that for me. It's the way they lose. To me, is a problem. They're considered contenders almost every year. They've had at the very least since they've had the elite O-line and run game. I know obviously it's changed a little bit. Zeke ain't there. We got Tony now. The O-line ain't the same and stuff. But ever since, even if we just want to start from when Dak and Zeke got there, right? And we give Dak played great his rookie year. Aaron Rodgers just made a better play, right? Even if we go from there, we've looked at this team as a team that's had a lot of talent, the pieces that's needed to.
They've had a lot of talent, but what have they been favored to win it all?
I don't care about being favored. You can perform well even if you're not favored.
So you can't give me all this talent nonsense. And when they lose in the postseason, they did. You can't sit here and criticize. You can't criticize them for losing when the majority of the seasons nobody thinks they're winning the Super Bowl. And it's not just about the talent. There's just better teams. The Rams were better than them. The 49ers were better than them each time they lost to them. How are you criticizing them for losing to teams that they're just not better than?
Okay, I am not talking about the losing part, because you can lose a game. You can play good in the process too. And you've been around this league long enough to where you shouldn't be either. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So yes, we talked about the Aaron Rodgers game. Cool. I don't think Dak Prescott has played up to his standards in both of the Niners losses. I don't think he has. I think he should have played better than he hasn't. And I think he is part of the reason why they had to rely on a QB draw and with 9 seconds left, because in the first half, he was part of the reason they were down 17 or whatever.
You can't put that on Dak.
I'm not saying he's the reason they lost. I'm saying he didn't play up to where I feel like he should have.
There were some throws.
He did not play where
last year there was some throws he missed 1,000%. But let's not forget the fact that they lost one of their offensive engines in Tony Pollard in the middle of that game. So in my head, Nick, your mic is off. Nick, your mic is off. So in my head, why are we criticizing this guy and this team like this when, like, it's not. Like, they're losing to the team that they should lose to.
So then this is the last thing I'll say about that thing.
And the fashion was they lose. Because G-Baby, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Before you ask that question, did you really think that Dak Prescott was going to perform well against the 49ers defense?
Which year? The last year or the year before?
Both
years, I thought he would have been better. I didn't think he was going to be that. Last year, I didn't think he was
going to be that bad. That's fine. Let me ask you again.
Go ahead.
Do you think that he was able to play good against that 49ers? That he could have been able to play good against that 49ers?
Yes, I think he could have.
Now, would you have banked on it?
No, and that's where I was going to get to. I wouldn't have banked on it because I am one of those people who believe the Cowboys are the Cowboys and they're always going to find a way to sell. That's why. So I think my criticism, I will apologize. I feel like my criticisms with Dak and my criticisms of the Cowboys right now are being mixed together, and they shouldn't. Do I think Dak could have played better in them games? Yes. Would I have banked on it? No. Part of the reason why I wouldn't, and probably the biggest reason, is because for years I have said about the Cowboys, even before I got on this platform. Yeah, they cool in the regular season, but when it matters most, once we get to December and January, they're going to find a way to mess it up. So I would not have banked on it because I think they've been doing that for the past 20 years.
But the thing is, if we think so highly about the 49ers defense, you would expect the team to struggle against that defense as well. If Aaron Rodgers, a guy as good as Aaron Rodgers, is struggling against that defense, what the hell do y'all think that? What do you think Dak Prescott's going to do against that defense too?
Maybe let me go real quick. G-Baby, didn't you just call Dak Prescott a good-ass quarterback?
Yes.
I expect
So
him to
why
play
can't he
good.
perform and play good?
Like I said,
I saw Nick Foles win a Super Bowl over 450. I didn't expect that. You didn't expect that. No one did.
Yeah, but that's not reality. That's an exception,
That is
bro.
reality.
It happened, but that's an exception, bro. That's such a crazy run. That's just such a crazy run, bro. And you know that. Like, that's just wild. That's just wild.
Hey,
but that's just wild.
Just made a good
teams,
point. Just because I expect you to be trash doesn't mean you get an excuse to prove me.
Thank you.
That's a perfect way to put it.
I disagree with that. If I expect you to perform bad against a team, why am I going to criticize you more if that's something that
Are you going to criticize Zach Wilson for being terrible?
We killed him all the time.
We killed him all the time.
You give Zach Wilson a pass? You give Zach Wilson a pass?
The funny thing is, Zach Wilson, I'm expecting him to be bad. So I'm not going to add extra layers to him.
You give him a pass.
It's not about giving him a pass. No, stop. It's not about. No, stop. Let me answer your question. Sir. I said, what I'm saying is, Zach Wilson's bad. I say all the time he's bad. So when he plays bad, why am I going to talk bad about him when I know he's going to play bad? I know this. So Dak Prescott, Dak Prescott and those teams, if they're going up against a defense that's being able to contain Aaron Rodgers, contain Devontae Adams, contain Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, if they're going up against that team and containing them, why the hell am I not going to expect them to do the same to Dak Prescott?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer that, and I'm gonna bring it back to something that you said before. So I'm gonna use one of your phrases against you. So give me a second. So first, to address that, Aaron Rodgers, we know he's historically not been great against the 49ers. I've also seen Matt Stafford perform against that team. And if you're telling me Dak Prescott can't do it with the team he's had, that's a problem for me. But here's the other thing, Doug. This is the other thing I was gonna bring. This is a that you talking to or who he was talking to, but
you're lagging. Matthew Stafford's better than Dak to me, so it doesn't work.
Better? Am I better now?
You're better now, but Matthew Stafford.
You think Matthew Stafford's on a lot of different tiers?
Here's the second thing. No, but the reason why I brought up Matt Stafford is because you wouldn't say Matt Stafford's on the level of Aaron Rodgers, right?
No,
not me.
Okay. So that you saying, oh, well, I expect them to do it against Aaron Rodgers. Why wouldn't I expect them against a lesser quarterback? Well, I've seen lesser quarterbacks before. Clearly, Aaron Rodgers.
But that lesser quarterback is better than the quarterback that we're trying to criticize in Dak Prescott. If you want to try to use that, if you want to try to use that as a talking point to criticize Aaron Rodgers, go ahead. But we're talking about Dak. Dak isn't better than Matthew Stafford or Aaron Rodgers.
No, you're right, but he's closer to Matt than he is to Aaron, bro. He's closer to Matt than he is to Aaron, though. We can agree on that. He's definitely closer to Matt than he is to Aaron.
Who? Dak?
Yes, Dak is closer to Matt Stafford than he is to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, but that's true. But Matthew Stafford, but even then, even in that game, let's not forget, Matthew Stafford has some flaws in that game too. He almost threw a pick that could have sealed the game.
He should have thrown a pick.
So that defense was over here. So that defense was even making him struggle too.
Hey, but here's the other thing I want to bring up that you said a long time ago. There is a difference between standards and expectations. The standards are going to be the same for everybody. There's a set standard that we have. However, depending on who the quarterback is, we have different expectations. So you don't that we have for Dak,
but you don't put it in the opposing team at all. I think that just lacks context.
No. That's where the expectations come in. Obviously, if you're playing a better defense, the expectations are going to lower as far as your performance. Obviously, that's just natural. You play an elite defense versus a trash defense. Obviously, the expectations change. But however, the standard doesn't. The standard doesn't. The expectations might. The standard doesn't. So
I disagree.
When I reference Dak Prescott, yes, the expectations might change, but there's still a standard that I feel when I look at how good of a quarterback you are. When I look at how good of a quarterback you are, it's just the standard of what I consider, and I'm not talking stats when I say standard. I'm talking how you perform, if you're making these throws, if you're the reason why drives are stalling or not being converted, or if there's drops from all that. You have to take all of that into account. And when you take all of that into account, the reason I expect, like, for example, last year, I expected Dak Prescott to be better than what he was. So he fell short of the standard and the expectation. The year before, I expected them to sail. I did not expect for them to sail that way in spectacular fashion, but I expected them to sail one way or another.
The Cowboys?
The Cowboys, yeah.
Just because they ran a QB draw, they were going to lose that game anyway, G-Baby. The QB draw means nothing. They were going to lose.
What yard line were they at when they ran that QB draw?
Like
there was like 12 seconds after the clock, right?
Yeah, they were at their own. It was their own 35,
45, 40, 35.
No, it was on the opposite. No, it was on the opposite.
No,
it was on their own.
No, they were trying to score. They were trying to score.
Yeah,
they were trying to score. It was on their own.
Trying to get just a little closer to.
They were trying to get closer. They were trying to get closer to throw the ball to the end zone, I believe.
So that way they didn't have to do a true Hail Mary. They could have run some other route.
Actually like run routes.
I'm gonna go back to the play because it was.
Go ahead, check it.
I got it right here. Yeah, because they went fit. The entire drive was 56 yards.
What did the QB draw?
Dak Prescott up the middle to San Francisco 24 for 17 yards. So they were at the 41 when that drive started and went all the way. And that draw happened with 14 seconds left for 17 yards. So they were at the 41 and they were just trying to.
But even then, at that point in time, it's not like they were in the lead to choke the game. They just sat here. They were trying to come back. And even then, whichever play that they was going to draw up, 80 to 90% chance it wasn't going to work anyway. So what? Just because they didn't do it in a normal fashion, it's that much worse.
No,
I don't agree with
because
that.
it also goes into the fact that part of the reason they were down is because Dak Prescott was not playing well. That it goes hand in hand.
So this goes to my point. This goes back to my point. When you talk about the standard for me, like if I understanding, for example, Joe Burrow, great quarterback, in the Super Bowl, when him going against Aaron Donald, I didn't expect him to play well. I knew he wasn't going to play well. Now, when he didn't play well, I didn't sit here like, oh, look how bad he is. No, I knew he was going to play bad. My standard lowered because I knew the matchup that he was going up against. And I think if he was able to overcome that, then you know what? He's better than what I thought. And he's he's a great level quarterback than I even thought and gave him credit for, right? But in the end of the day, if I seen that that was just a matchup that he wasn't going to do well against, I'm not going to then criticize him even further when I know that he's going to play bad. Dak Prescott, he's going up against a defense that in 2021, a defense that was able to contain, to slow down Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and A.J. Dillon. And then on top of that, the very next year, with losing his most explosive running back in the middle of the game, is still being able not to perform well, those are just impossible feats to me for him to sit here and overcome. So in my head, I'm not going to sit here and get on him or even get on the Cowboys too much when the defense was doing their part. The defense was doing what they were supposed to be doing. But at the end of the day, the 49ers defense was just that great. It's dogfights. Like, and every dogfight is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be great. And these quarterbacks are going to have bad games. Like, this ain't Tom Brady. This ain't Mahomes. These are just guys compared to them. And I don't expect quarterbacks of that tier to be overcoming the odds like that. I just don't.
Okay, so I know you said okay.
When I get let me, because I don't want to check.
So if someone over exceeds Dub, does that raise them?
Yes.
But if they underachieve, they don't get slandered.
No. But this is
you pissed me off because you don't slander Mahomes.
This is the point. Nick, who's been saying all year long that the Chiefs weren't going to be that great? Who's been saying that?
You said that?
I said the Chiefs weren't going to be that good. I said they were going to be good, but I don't think that they were going to be like this unstoppable force.
No one thought they were going to be this garbage offensively, though.
When you have nobody, listen, you're right. You're right about that. But when I see wide receivers drop that many balls,
they're terrible. Their wide receivers are terrible.
But when I see that many receivers drop the ball like that, not going to hold you. I can't look at him crazy. The same way I did with Lamar Jackson. The same way I did with Lamar Jackson.
I agree. It's the same way.
You feel me?
It's the same way.
So basically, your expectations. If you have it's like gambling, right?
Your standard of what somebody's going to do in a game is going to change depending on the matchup. So you don't, even though you know, let's say AJ Brown is capable of being a 70-yard a game guy. If he's going up against the Jets, you're going to lower that 70 to 50 because you're like, nah.
Okay, bet. Stay there. So stay
but
there.
No, stop. I know what you're gonna say. Let me.
He only gets 15.
But listen,
come on, game.
But Dak Prescott. But if he gets 45, I'm not looking at him crazy. Dak Prescott. I thought Dak Prescott was gonna be lowered, and maybe you could say it was not as good as what I would have thought or would have wanted, but it's not like on a. It's not such a drastic gap for me.
So for me, let's just say we'll stay with that line. Let's say Dak Prescott's usually a 70, but against the 49ers, you thought he was going to be a 50. I felt Dak Prescott was performing at a 25-30. And it's like,
I disagree.
Bro,
yeah, I just disagree.
That's the beginning of, because I think Dak Prescott's play was the majority, maybe not the entire, but the majority factor in why they got down late in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, there were some missed throws. There were some missed throws. There were definitely some missed throws that he's had. But in my opinion, I don't think he played as bad as what people lead on. I'm not going to lie. I just don't. I just think there were some key moments. I just think that there were some key moments that he failed to cash in on. But then after that, there was nothing else.
I think it was the key moments plus the bad play in the first half. And then the next year, I think he was just
that bad play. Those bad plays came in the first half. To talk about when games as tight as that, things in the first half matters. And when he's overthrow, what was that? An overthrow to who was it? CD?
It might have been an overthrow. Mark Cooper was still on the team as well.
It was like an overthrow. It was like an overthrow to an underthrow to CD.
Last year, Amari Cooper.
I was talking about last year. I'm talking about last year.
Oh,
it was like last year against Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
it was bad.
I think it was like an overthrow or underthrow to like CD or something. In my head, it's like, all right, those are like some key moments of, you feel me? Those are just key moments of like that was in the first half that carried over. You feel me? And in my head, I don't want to judge somebody off of just moments. Like, and even though the moments are very much so like important and impactful, but throughout the course of the game, if there's nothing opening up, for example, Drew Brees versus the Rams. Great defense, G baby. And even though you could sit here and look at that moment right there that caused the PI to lose the game, right? You understand that there's a lot of things that also goes on in that game to be like, nah, it's not just that play right there that decided it all, right? That's the same thing with Dak. Even though there's some key moments that he didn't cash in on, like throughout the course of the game, there was not much for him to work with.
Yes, and I agree with you in that sense. And that's why I feel like maybe that was my fault for trying to combine my Dallas Cowboy and Dak Prescott like expectations. Because I think the Cowboys, no matter who the quarterback is, until Jerry Jones releases the reins and total control, they are going to be cursed. I believe that. I believe no matter what, they will find a way to mess it up. Now, unfortunately, with Dak, I feel like because he's the quarterback, he kind of got lumped in there. But I also feel like with that expectations of what I feel like he should do, I think he hasn't came. I think he's came short of that pretty much most of the time. Other than the Packers one, and there might have been another game where I was like, all right, cool. Oh, Tampa Bay. Shout out that. You did everything you needed to do, and you exceeded that. Like the Tampa Bay and the Green Bay game his first year. Shout out that. I think every other time other than that,
yeah, but because of the matchup. Like he's going up against great defenses, bro.
Okay, so Del, let me ask you this. Is this just for like just any quarterback or like just the Daks of the quarterbacks in the world?
I try my best to be consistent. Now I'm not going to claim that I'm perfect. If there's probably like one or two that I kind of forget, I'll be open to that. But I do try my best to be consistent with everyone in that sense.
Because it's just I feel what you're saying, but it's like if you think Dak's a good ass quarterback, at some point he will have to overcome it. At some point,
that's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing. If I think that he's not even on a tier of like I think him and Stafford are on different tiers.
So Dub, if he loses first round of the Tampa Bay Bucks,
that's disgusting. I would have criticized him because I expected them to destroy the Bucks.
No, I'm talking about that could happen this year.
Oh yeah, cook them. Send them to hell.
Okay, so how the question done? Wait, no, one more. Hey, Doug, one more. One more question, Doug. Patrick Mahomes versus the Raiders this past weekend.
Baker Mayfield, yo.
Oh, this weekend was bad for Patrick Mahomes. That was disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God,
that was a terrible game. That was god awful. Now, I mean, it is a divisional game, so like I get it, but at the same time, like to be that bad, the
Raiders need to hire Antonio Pierce. By the way.
Yeah. You can tell he's changing the locker room. They love him.
They love him.
I mean, remember, he fired the OC. He fired another assistant coach that was the Josh McDaniels guy.
They won a game, G-Baby, without completing a pass.
Completing a pass in the
three
second
quarters.
half. That's crazy.
No, second, third, and fourth quarter. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is they need to hire him for sure. I'm not gonna lie.
Because they already messed up with that other coach that led them to the playoffs. They can't mess up with Pierce. Super chat before we head out from Brendan Irvin. Can the Browns head coach win coach of the year? He low-key should.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. There's like five.
He has
Five coaches. There's like
Bro,
five coaches.
10-5.
There's like five coaches that could win because he deserves it. The coach for the
DeMeco Ryans,
the coach for the Colts,
your coach too, Nick. I think your coach deserves it too.
Mike McDaniel.
I think he's Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell too.
Dan Campbell deserves it. I think Mike McDaniel deserves it. There's a lot of quarterbacks that.
This is a great race for coach of the year.
Coach of the year is like a crazy.
Mike Tomlin may even deserve it too. I'm not gonna hold you.
He does this every year. Oh wait, what's the record right now?
They might make the playoffs if they beat the Seahawks this weekend.
What's the Steelers record?
I think they're 8-7.
Oh, they're 8-7. Oh yeah. Do you think
they
lose two straight?
Is Joe Flacco winning comeback player of the year?
No.
I know y'all don't like it.
Lamar Hamlin, bro.
Brad died. You gotta tackle.
Bro died and came back. Like
you gotta tackle. It's over.
Nah, they gotta give it to Joe Flacco, bro. I'm so serious.
Joe Flacco literally was at Thanksgiving dinner and got a call like, "Yo, we need a quarterback," and is just out there cooking.
That's
literally what happened. That's literally what happened.
I know we're running short on time, but Mike Tomlin, always 9-8, never had to lose a record. Do y'all think they lose two straight to the Seahawks and the Ravens?
They could.
Where's the Ravens game?
Well, they're losing to the Ravens.
Both of them are on the road.
But
they're losing to the Ravens though, because I know
they're going to lose to the Ravens. It's up to the Seahawks this week.
Yeah, but they beat them already, so maybe it'll be split. The Ravens still, they always, it don't matter how bad each team is, bro.
They just don't.
Well, if the Ravens win next week, don't they lock up the 1 seed?
They lock up the 1 seed. They're not going to play anybody.
Dang, they're gonna go 9-8 again.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Other super chats. Shout out iOS Inc. for being a member for 15 months. Salute the panel. Which hometown hero returned as a rival would you guys like to see the most in the PO? Flacco's return to Baltimore or Stafford to Flacco's to Baltimore.
Flacco's the Baltimore.
I want to see Stafford Detroit because that game is going to be like in the 40s and entertaining. I think if the Browns play the Ravens, it's going to be low scoring.
Oh wait.
But I also think Flacco might get him. I want to see Flacco get him.
I'm not gonna lie.
Stafford could get him.
He beats the quarterback that took his job and got him out the league. The storylines would go crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe Flacco,
scriptwriter.
Lamar Jackson losing to the Browns is gonna be
Lamar Jackson losing to the Browns would be crazy. Hey, before G don't end it yet. What's the name? Make sure.
I got 2 more super chats though.
Oh, you got 2 more super chats? Yeah, I got 2 more.
Yeah, real quick. Sports PSP, G baby thoughts on Baker Mayfield this season. Better than I expected.
He's a guy.
He's a guy. Number 1 pick.
He's a guy.
But Trent told us to wait.
Hey, intangibles and aura. Absolutely.
He's a guy.
Ryan Fitzpatrick had a good year before taking chill.
Shout out to Mike Evans, man.
Fitzmagic has crazy aura.
Mike Evans is the top 15 receiver.
Fitzmagic, crazy aura.
I'm talking Mike Evans. Mike Evans is the top 15 receiver, bro.
Anyways,
talk about.
Y'all gotta stop.
Puka is better than him. Puka is better than Mike Evans.
Puka, you fucking disgusting.
Trevor, what was you about to say?
Hey, what's the name? I go live in 30 minutes. Make sure y'all tune in. But hey, make sure we got me Dub early. About to be cooking. About to have a crazy video. Another video come out with the Giants game.
Is Smudgy coming?
Early. Yeah, early coming. Early gonna be with us.
Smudgy?
Smudgy gonna be. I think Smudgy gonna come to the Eagles game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so make sure just stay in tuned for that, bro. But yeah, bro.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, man. Y'all like the video? Become a Player's Choice member if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Great show today, guys. We'll catch y'all next time. Be easy.
Word.